than you imagine. Better cool on your faction. Ready for the curtain call, lights, camera, action.
And a big welcome back to the Lifesaving World Championships 2024 here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. Wonderful to have you joining us here for the third big day of competition. We started with Cirque. We're at the pool yesterday and we are back right now. And I've got a new special guest in the studio. Wonderful to have Harold Marshall from the Minus F Lifesaving Club. Harold, welcome to the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. You've been down at the beach. A bit of a change of scenery today for you.
I am ready to fire this up, Jen. It is beautiful outside. I didn't realise how many extra caps were here, so there wasn't as many with the Youth Championships over on the beach and the sand yesterday, but there is a rainbow of colours out here in the most elite athletes in the world in lifesaving. Fantastic.
Well, you've mentioned the caps just there. We can see them up on screen now. And Harold, one of the highlights for the pool lifesaving competition yesterday was just how many different clubs and different national teams, I should say, were winning and featuring in those A finals. So what you're seeing on screen now at the moment, we're seeing both the cap that you'll see in the ocean and the pool. So many wonderful A finalists, B finalists, incredible PBs. We saw national records broken everywhere, world records as well, which we absolutely adore. To have so many of those in the first heats and final sessions for the Lifesaving World Championships was phenomenal. And today promises to be just as big and exciting.
So at the Youth Championships yesterday, Australia took out 11 of the 12. That wasn't the case yesterday, was it?
Oh gosh, no. We had winners from every corner of the globe, and I'll run you through some of those highlights now. We started off with the 200-metre obstacles, and Casper from Poland won 51 in the 200 obs. He broke a record that has been standing for quite a while, originally set by, previously held by Brad Woodward from Shelley Beach. So that one finally fell. It had been there for a little while, but actually we'll just have a quick look now at the events that are coming up today. A big one to start with, the 100 carry with fins. Looking forward to that. The 50 carry, all the speed comes out here. Also the 4x25 mannequin relay. Then it is time for the Super Lifesaver. And then we will finish today with the medley relay. And Harold, we loved yesterday the officials, the athletes, team managers working together so well to really push through this heats program. And here we can see we are away already. Event 1, Heat 1.
No rest for the wicked, Jen. Like you said, we are underway. We're actually early. How good is that? 8 o'clock start, 7:58. Let's get into it. If there's one thing we want to talk about efficiency, that is a surf life-saving event, and we are going to back that up today. So, yeah, so important to try and maintain that pace underwater here. And you see a couple of the ladies are getting through nice and deep, staying the whole way through that 50, and then this is where the hurt starts to come in. So just that single arm, it's not about any sort of technique. It is thrash and bash. Keep those big, heavy fins moving the water with that extremely heavy mannequin.
Absolutely. I think it's about 40 kilos, but it feels so much heavier than that along the way. And we do have the underwater cameras as well, which we're very excited about because it really shows the different techniques that we're using for each of these mannequins. And we spoke yesterday, we had Dan Miller from Northcliffe along the way, and we're talking about as long as you're within the rules, you can do whatever you want to do, work towards your strengths, work towards whatever is best for you. And we can see there in lane 3, that's Tang Meng Kui from China, really showing us how it's done there. So a fantastic start. We've got 2 of our Chinese competitors and the Korean in the Heat 1 here.
Yeah, Hu Young-jin Han from Korea. And for those people watching abroad, especially our Korean people, we say annyeonghaseyo. A big welcome to you, and we hope you're enjoying the show because we are loving bringing you this action. So, event number 1, heat number 1, done and dusted. So, the bar is now set at 109.46, Jen.
Yes, and if you do want to follow along for the results and track the leaderboard across each race, it is liveheats.com. Liveheats.com, search for the Lifesaving World Championships, and you'll be able to see not only for the national teams events, but for the interclub, the pool, the ocean, the surf boats, the IRBs, they are all in there. So grab that information, and as soon as that is updated, you will see it at the same time as we do. But really, really strong start there, a time of 1:09.46 for Tang Men Kui. So wonderful way to start, and you can see the pool setters, Harold, they did such an incredible job yesterday. We've got 2 sets of mannequins within the pool, so we're constantly rotating the equipment, and the volunteers and the officials who are doing such an incredible job to keep this running quickly. You can see we've already got that next heat up on the blocks.
Rack 'em and stack 'em is what we're doing. So in this heat we've got Korea, Singapore, of course it is. Austria, yes, Sweden, and then again with Singapore. So we've got 6 in this heat number 2. Ladies away, nice and clean, and it's so important to calm those nerves before that dive, Jen, because you want to be able to hold on to that breath to get to that back end as quick as possible. And then, because underwater is usually fastest.
It is usually fastest, but those big breaths that you need just coming through, so tough. We actually saw yesterday in the 100-metre tow a lot of new techniques starting to be adopted there. Many of our athletes choosing to stay underwater even with their tube, which obviously is very buoyant. That adds some extra drag, but for those athletes who are very strong at the kick with the fins, that works best for them. So wonderful to see that we're part of a sport that is still innovating, still trying different things, and again, these athletes working to their strengths.
Yeah, and pool lifesaving, it is really international. So I guess in that surf stance, we're trying to build that across the board, but the Europeans already so strong, and then we can see by the sheer numbers here at the World Championships that it is a growing sport. We're loving watching it, and this is pretty swift, Jen.
Absolutely. That is Jessica Felder from Austria. She looks like she's going to come in and take the lead. Next to her, we have Maya Borbacher from Sweden. Sweden, one of the stories yesterday. They took the win in the line throw for the win, and backing it up only a few moments later, the men took bronze there as well. So lots of celebrations for Sweden yesterday, and I'm sure they would have really had a wonderful team dinner last night, just really reflecting on what an incredible start they had. 2 medals in the bag.
So with that recovery, then you want to be able to have a bit of fun and celebrate, but noting that you've got another 2 days in the full sun on the pool deck, so important to at least get that rest and all that food and hydration back in.
Oh, absolutely. And even for some of those teams like Japan who took out the circ on day 1, to start on such a high, to manage your energy levels for another 4 big days of competition is so rough. And you've been down at Karawa Beach. It looked like the temperatures were soaring down there. It must have been so tough for the athletes.
Oh, it was disgusting. It wasn't great. It was so hot. I think even that was from like 7 o'clock, 7:30. It was absolutely steaming down there. But there's a tiny bit more of a breeze. But the one thing that the Southport pool does, once that breeze kicks up, it is so close to becoming, gale force winds, isn't it?
Well, that was interesting. We had the line throw yesterday as well. So as those gusting winds started to come through, it made it really, really difficult for those athletes to manage the conditions. We always talk about, when we go to the ocean, when we're at the beach events, we talk about the wind, the waves, the surf, the sand. But even sometimes if you hold an event at an outdoor pool, you need to think about the conditions there for events like line throw that are so easily influenced by the wind.
How was that? Was that as exciting as it always is?
It was so good. It was wonderful. And a special shout out to Chinese Taipei. They set down the fastest times for both the men's and the women's in the heats, and the men came through for a gold medal in the end. It was a fantastic event. We got to have a chat with them afterwards, and thinking about, different countries that are targeting specific events, they put the work in, and those men just executed perfectly.
They did. So heat 3, again, it is fast. It is frantic. So we've got 2 from Czechia. We've got Kristina Minikova, Natalia Hedronova, Annika Hocking from Great Britain, Ornella London from Argentina, Mercedes LeBlanc from Canada, Sofia Brugo from Argentina, Waris Mills from South Africa, and rounding out heat number 3, we have Julia Steiner from Switzerland. A couple of girls up early there, Jen, but there's be a couple extra fast ones, just about to touch in on about that low 20s is where you want to be.
Yeah, that looks like Waris from South Africa, one of the first to turn there. But I do love South Africa has one of the few green caps that were able to pick them quite nicely. But at the top of the field, I think that's Anya Hocking from Great Britain, a fantastic pick-up and carry for her. Whoever she's being challenged in the middle of the pool there, our 2 Argentinian competitors determined to put a good time in there. And you can also see, Harold, we spoke yesterday about some of our athletes also bringing in that butterfly, that undulating kick when they're carrying a mannequin as well. It's very different.
Yeah, crazy. So it is about the innovation, but sometimes we might have some specific butterflies that are in there, obviously, which are going to move a lot more water, but a low touch in there. We've seen the minute barrier broken for the first time this morning. We've got a 59.81 there for Mercedes LeBlanc from Canada. Yeah. Oh, Canada.
Absolutely. We saw the Canadian team put together some fantastic relays yesterday. So for Mercedes to get under that 1 minute mark, she looks pretty pumped about that, as well she should be. We talk about these barriers that we break in Lifesaving, for the men getting under that 1 minute mark for the 100 medley, for the ladies the first time you can get under there for the carry and the tow. Cannot wait for the 50 carry later today just to see how many of those men get under the 30-second mark again. Danny Wick's record of 27.27 could be under threat. It has stood for such a long time, but again, big day. I can't get excited too early.
No,
I need to
get excited, Jen.
Keep the powder dry because we have a massive day of racing. And Harold, speaking to some of the athletes today, we had a packed program yesterday. To be putting an entire pool program within 2 days of racing is such a big ask, and they've got to back up today with Super Lifesaver carry, those really big fins events that really burn the legs.
And what people don't realise that the pool rescue events, it is such a specific niche of athlete that does it, and these are like men, these are huge men. They look like water polo players, but much more sleek.
Yeah, every time I speak to Fergus Eady, I think he's getting taller and broader. But incredible racing across the day. We can see now that the ladies are lining up for heat number 4 for the 100 mannequin tow. Stephanie Zweier from Switzerland, Samantha Tatter from the USA, Judith Hoetvast from the Netherlands, Zeto Winkar from Hong Kong, Karolina Svek-Winkar from Poland, Katharina Meyer from Austria, and Anita Drabrick from Poland round out the field. And wonderful to see 2 of our Polish competitors in the mix here. They were incredible yesterday. Kasper taking that incredible win in the 200 obs, and the men backing it up for another gold in the 4x obs relay.
Would he be the biggest man here?
Close to. Between him and Fergie, that'd be my pick.
Crazy. So big. So on screen at the moment, Katharina Meyer from Austria. Last little bit of nerves in there. It's a Swedish. Switzerland on screen there.
And Switzerland also picked up a medal in the Cirque on day 1 of competition. They were absolutely stoked with it. And Ireland got the bronze for that one as well. So three very different countries, 3 very different approaches there. But Japan, the clear winner in the Cirque to start off.
And how was the scenarios?
Oh, they're always so tough. We actually had heats for the first time in a very long time. They split the pool into 2 tanks, or 2 heats, as they call it. So it was really interesting to see heats and finals for a Cirque competition.
Same scenario, obviously?
Same scenario in both.
And then change for the final.
And then for the final, it was a full 50-metre pool. We did 16 rounds of Cirque with the full pool. And it's always so difficult when there's only a very small entry and exit point, and you have to cover the entire distance of a 50-metre pool. They had first aid cases, they had injuries, there was mannequins on the bottom, there was the full fire dummies as well. There was a lot to solve, and for teams like Japan, who were just absolutely phenomenal in how they communicated, how they prioritised, and how they solved that rescue. It was wonderful to watch. I'm feeling very, very safe here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre.
Well, all whilst being at a high level of anxiety, whilst being calm. It is a crazy event to watch. Yeah. So we have number 4 up and away. The girls probably the quickest ones we've seen out of there at the moment. Through the middle of the pack, it looks like it might be there. Judith Satova there from Netherlands. Also, we saw the tiny little young lady. Zeto Winkar from Hong Kong as well, but middle of the lane, Jen, looks like it's about lane 4 that's going to be in the one, getting it done, so 59 high.
Also Samantha Tada from lane 2, the USA. They've had an incredible competition so far. The USA really did come here to race and race well, so seeing those ladies come through. Actually, that's Stephanie Zweier from Switzerland coming through. I think she's going to get the touch on the wall, just grabbing our heats and our leaderboard here. And that is correct. Stephanie is actually going to set the fastest time to date. She's clocked 58.66. On a 58.58 for that one. So fantastic.
58 fast.
58 fast. All these ladies are fast, and she is absolutely cooked. This is one of those events where you practically need to be lifted out of the pool at the end of it. It is so tough. And for the ladies racing at the moment, they know they need to really throw down a great swim now to have any chance of making the A final, because it is going to be so tough.
And you can just see how much the leg drive they've got coming through. It's really interesting to see. Everything is so intricate, but getting to that end of that first 50 metres with the fins, you really need to get that strong purchase off the wall to get that, I guess, maximum propulsion moving forward.
Oh, there's nothing worse when you go to kick back and you miss the wall, or you're on the wrong angle, and you just, it's so heartbreaking because, again, your mind immediately goes to, oh, I've mucked it up, I need to recover, and the rest of the field just look like they're already getting away from you. So for athletes like Stephanie Zweier, who've just clocked, 58.66, it's absolutely fantastic. And if we have a look back to the previous World Championships, the A qualifying time for this was a 54.35. Now, what we saw yesterday, that there was a significant drop in time from the 2022 to the 2024 World Championships, was just goes to show that we are continuing to improve. We're getting bigger, better, faster and stronger. So really keen to see if that previous A qualifying time, that benchmark of 54.35, stays for this World Championships.
Yeah, it will be very, very interesting to see what transpires. So heat number 5 up, we've got Ainsley McMurray from Canada, Pin Lee He from Taipei, Germans Undine Lerderwild, Anita Garcia Silva from Spain. We've got the other German competitor, Lena Oppermann. Lane 6, Julien Hamil from France, Marine Hatze from Belgium, and Norway's Ina Assum is our last one from Norway. But away, clean, what did we say? 58 low at the moment is the lead.
Yeah, 58.5 at the moment. And a special shout out, Anita Garcia from Spain. She's actually the 2018 world champion in this event. She's had an incredible career, lots of longevity. Great to see her back in the mix here. And we've also got in this one, Undine Lauwald from Germany. She was actually third in the tow yesterday, so we know that she is on form. And have a look at her make her way down the field here as well. Incredible job.
So even just that sheer pace, and they were just on sort of 20, 21 seconds just for that first 50, which is extremely quick, trying to hold on. You just see how important it is to keep those fins in the water. So, and no one doing it better than, was that lane 5 there at the moment?
Lena Opperwald.
This is going to be really low, Jen. Look at this time coming through, 52.48. Get out of here, Lena Opperman.
Lena's already had an incredible competition. We spoke to her yesterday. She was second in the 100 medley behind teammate Nina Holt. Nina broke 2 world records yesterday. The medley, she broke it in both the heat and the final. She owned that record coming into the championships as well. So Lena definitely on form here. She's already got that silver medal in the medley and she's looking fantastic now. Hopefully that is good enough for an A final here. 52.48. in the 100 carry. And great to see teammate Undine Lauwald in the mix as well, a 53.20. But Antia Garcia Silva in the mix as well, the 2018 world champ. She is back and she is determined to, God, it'll be great to see the 2018 world champ come back through.
So, yeah, that is so low. We've still got 2 more heats left.
I know, it's ridiculous.
So the pressure is on there now. So let's talk about that. So you'll be there trying to focus on what you need to do to execute in 2 more heats to go. But all of a sudden you're looking up and then Lena's just dumped a 42.5 out there.
I know. It's so tough. And we saw this yesterday for the 100 tow, for the 200 obs. There was some really interesting situations where obviously all the heats are seeded and it should be really, really consistent in terms of the athletes that come through. But you'd have a bolter in heat 2, you'd have a bolter in heat 3, and you could really see how do our athletes manage their nerves in those later heats, knowing that there's this significant, really, really fast benchmark that's already been set. Just to make an A final, just to make a B final, a huge, huge achievement here at the National Championships.
Yeah, so we've got Aislinn Barry from Ireland on screen there, the Japanese competitors as well. So Hanita Machi next to her cohort from Belgium, Elise Crows. We've got Zoe Crawford from New Zealand and 5, Maria Rodriguez de la Seria from Spain, Thais Xavier from Brazil, and then Rachel Eddie from Australia. That's our 7. Heat number 6.
Yeah, heat number 6. And again, we can see more and more of the ladies coming through. A special shout out to Zoe Crawford in lane 5 from New Zealand. She held the world record in the 100 tow very, very briefly yesterday before teammate Madison Kidd took that back. However, Zoe, the world champion, she won that final at the end of the day. It was a huge win and a big 1-2 for the Kiwis.
So the starters' hands. In a way, nice and clean. So we're probably going to see just under 20 seconds for this first 50. You can just see how deep they are through there. Maximum propulsion, solid lead drive. Everyone with that big butterfly, keeping that streamline. So important to tuck that in. And geez, out in front, that is absolutely flying at the moment.
Yeah, I think the camera is just struggling to keep up there, and I think that is going to be Zoe Crawford. She was so good in the toe yesterday. She's incredible once you get a pair of fins on her, and you can really tell that she has done everything correct last night. She has rested, she has recovered, she has rehydrated. She is the world champion in the 100 toe for a reason, and she is really taking it to the rest of the field now, determined to put in this great first effort here.
It's a bit of work to do there for Maria Rodriguez at the moment, but yeah, so strong out in front there. Zoe Crawford, that turn was absolutely fine. Eddie trying to hold on, but dear life, Zoe Crawford going to touch in on a 52.58.
That is a fantastic time, 52.58. For Zoe Crawford, and second Maria Rodriguez is there as well, 53.4, and third was Rachel Eddy from Australia, 54.2. So fantastic swims across the board, and I love that Zoe Crawford has come out so strongly after such a big day of racing yesterday. The New Zealand girls also took out the win in the 4x50 obstacle relay. So quick on that turn. And Harold, I think one of the benefits of having the live stream running now is that our athletes are going to be able to look back and watch these races. She'll be able to see that incredible turn that she did. I'm sure the New Zealand team have cameras on their athletes as well to see that. But to be rewarded with a 52.52, that is a fantastic effort, and still another heat yet to swim.
Yep, a couple more. Last one to go, but what do we still got? 52.48. Lena Opperman still holding that fastest time. I'm just still blown away by Zoe Crawford's changeover there. That was seamless. It was perfect. It was precise, and it was powerful at the end.
That was really, really impressive, and we can see the ladies lining up now, and this will be the 7th and final heat. We do have, I think the last 3 heats are all seeded, which means that the athletes would have put in entry times leading into the competition, and then the system would have automatically allocated the lanes so that we have at least three very fast heats with very, very consistent times there. So if we look at the current leaderboard, again, you can find this on liveheats.com. The A qualifying time at the moment is a 55.28. We'd expect that some of the ladies in the field lining up now will be very, very fast. Hot tip, keep your eye on the Italians. They are so fast. And in lane 4, you have the current European and world record holder in Lucrezia Fabretti. So lane 4, the hot pick for this one.
That sounds fun to say.
It is, and she is very, very fast to watch. The Italian men and women so strong across the board yesterday. Very much expecting them to feature today when we have those carries and those fins events. Super Lifesaver later today. That is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
All right, so they're out nice and clean. Like you said, 52.48 is that lead time at the moment. Pretty even, like I said, having the seeded heats here. And we're just going to watch on this changeover. Everything needs to be perfect, and it doesn't look like they're just going to be just outside. What are we touching on about 21? Seamless transfer, but the top of the screen there.
Oh, wow. We have a look at that. That is
Maddie Kidd.
Maddie Kidd in lane 3. Now, Maddie, she took her world record back in the 100-metre toe. So like Zoe Crawford, we know that she is on form at the moment. We can see now. So this is where the Italians start to come to the fore. But Maddie Kidd at the moment really making a statement. The Italians so close. They're coming up now. Can Maddie Kidd hold on here? We need to see what times will be posted. Oh, my gosh. I love watching quality towing. That is phenomenal. Within the flags, the final touch. Woof. Very, very quick for the ladies, and that will be enough to get the first few of them, at the very least, through to that A final. Lucrezia Fabretti, the world record holder for a reason, 53.27 for her. Maddie Kidd, 53 as well. Federica Volpini in the mix, and this continues a really strong championships for Lucrezia. She's already had some fantastic swims. She's got 3rd in the obstacles, 3rd in the medley, so she's already got some hardware from the Lifesaving World Championships, looking to add to that here in the 100 carrier with fins.
Now, already having the hardware, does that put more pressure on you, or does it release a little bit knowing that you've already, I guess, achieved some goals already, or will it just fire you up to keep going?
Oh, having seen the Italians yesterday, they looked really, really focused, but they were having a wonderful time, seeing them celebrate after those incredible relay results that they had. And for Lucrezia, I would say that the pressure's really off. She's got 2 medals already. She knows that she's swimming fast. She knows she's on form. She's also the world record holder in this event, so this is her office. She knows what to do. I'm expecting big things from her in the final.
So fast. Lucrezia Fabretti, 53.11. Now, the overall seedings, how are you going there, Jen? Are we up to date and ready to go?
Yep, so Lena Opperman has recorded the fastest qualifying time there, 52.48 for her, ahead of Zoe Crawford of New Zealand. Anita Garcia Silva, the world champ from 2018, will be third in 52.63. So the Italians, they will have 2 in the top 8. We'll have 2 Germans in the mix and 2 Kiwis. So some very familiar faces in the mix. This will be so important as we come to the overall point score. But again, our A and B finals are set for the 100 carry for the women. The men are up next. We can see Heat 1 is already behind the blocks.
Did you have a favourite event, Jen, when you were doing pool rescue?
Oh, I was a bit of a super Lifesaver fan back in the day.
You liked everything?
Yeah, it was super.
And that you are...
So here we can see the first of our men lining up. And I think, again, we will have 7 heats for the men now. So we can see we've got Korea, China, Austria, India and Korea in the mix. And Harold, we also spoke yesterday, not only do we see different techniques of diving, carrying, towing, but you'll also see a few different fins in the mix here as well. So similar to when you go to an ocean championship where you need to get your board or your ski scrutineered, we do have fin scrutineering here as well. So the officials will be checking for the material of the fins, the length and the depth specifications as well. So everyone who's wandering around the championships here, they'll have some stickers on their fins that show they've been through scrutineering, they have been checked, and they are good to race. So don't be alarmed if you see a few different fins in the mix.
They are all compliant. Are they still only made in Estonia?
No, I think they have branched out a little bit, but
wow.
Estonia definitely the home of pool fins equipment.
Do they race?
I don't think we've got an Estonian team in the national championships. It'd be interesting to see if we do have anyone racing the inter-club championships next week.
No, they're just making fins. They're watching for the touch-in on the wall. That's going to be Korea getting in there. Songyeon Shin touching in. That's pretty good.
Yeah, wonderful to have the first race out of the day. The boys would have been in the marshalling area watching the women go through their heats. Just to get that first race out of the way always feels really good. We talk about blowing out the cobwebs and just having that confidence of, I've done a great warm-up, I've eaten the right things this morning, I'm ready to race. And again, these great shots here of the pickups. And we can see the boys turning for home from here.
Now, what I want to talk about, Jen, one thing that's really exciting about the Pool World Championships is the breadth of nations on showcase. And I'm going to point out Varun Chavan from India. We had some of the Indian boys competing yesterday in the surf and on the sand. It is amazing to see and to have such a nation that has got so many people, and to be able to, you're probably a trailblazer, we're going to call it. So Varun, congratulations on a 105.9. Keep working on those times because we can only move up from there. It's fantastic to see.
Absolutely, and a shout out to Iran, who actually picked up a silver medal in the line throw yesterday as well. Huge celebrations, as well they should. If I got anything at a World Championships these days, I would be claiming every single place there. So to see, as you say, the breadth of nations that we have here, not only making up the numbers, they're not here just to participate, they are here to win. And seeing Iran pick up that incredible silver medal yesterday really showcases the Lifesaving World Championships.
Yeah, exciting times here for the Pool Rescue Championships. Gold Coast Aquatic Centre, world-class facility.
It has been absolutely wonderful here, and I think what a lot of our athletes have really been enjoying is not only the competition pool, which we've been showing through the live stream here. There's a diving pool, there's a few warm-up pools. We are spoilt for choice in terms of where our athletes can warm up, warm down. And we do have those breaks across the day as well. There's lots of spaces for everyone to take 5, go to the cafe, grab a coffee and really rest up. Very excited for those finals this afternoon as we get ready for Heat 2 of the 100 mannequin carry with fins.
So starters' hands will run through. So I've got Marc-Antoine Bernier from Canada, Jaroslav Obdrazal from Czechia, Chao Hua En from Singapore, Ollie Peterson from Sweden, Dawson Sheehan from Canada, Andrei Simonek from Czechia, and Sindre Jensen from Norway. Jen, they're away clean, and again looking for that low 20, trying to maintain that breath. Nice little pop up and down, touching on the wall, and it has to be technically perfect.
Absolutely. I think that's Peterson from Switzerland, the first to touch there. You can see he's got the mannequin a little higher up on his back there. That's the technique that works for him. And then you see Dawson from Canada in the red cap just making some gains there. He's holding it a little further down, so you can hold the mannequin under the water now. That is allowed. You can hold the mannequin around the neck, around the throat, as long as you are in front of the mannequin as judged by your head compared to the mannequin's head, and as long as you're not using any of the the plugs or the bungs as a way to secure your fingers in there.
So touching on the wall, that's going to be... Was it
That's Canada.
Dawson. No, Canada. Dawson Sheehan getting it done there. So we've got a 57.56. Times are coming down at a rapid rate.
Yeah, that's Dawson. He has recorded the second fastest time of the heat so far, a 57.56. Fantastic racing there ahead of Peterson from Sweden, 58.24. Again, we are looking ahead to the A and B qualifying times and having a look back to the 2022 World Championships. Harold, it took a 46.64 to make the A final at the previous World Champions.
Did you just say 46?
46.64, and even more ridiculous, Jan Malkowski from Germany still holds the world record in this event at a 44.04 set back in 2019. It's incredible. Jan was one of the absolute superstars. Again, another of the big German men that came through. Wonderful to see him do a toe and a carry as well. He was just phenomenal.
That's mind-boggling, to say the least.
Well, when we think about the improvements that we've seen in both the 200 obs and the 100 toe, also the medley yesterday, I'm very excited to see what our athletes can deliver for the 100 carry today. We can see the next heat up on the blocks now, and Harold, something that I've been really impressed with for our athletes when we have these fins events. We spoke yesterday about how tricky some of these fins are to get on and off. They're incredibly tight. They're actually moulded to the athlete's feet. And so you'll see a lot of our athletes, as they're prepping for the race, they'll have shampoo or some sort of lubricant that they put on their feet and into the fins just to get them on their feet. And I want to say that they're doing a great job of really turning this around and getting ready very, very quickly, ready to race.
Because your stability trying to stand isn't great. How difficult is it to try and get yourself ready on the blocks and not fall off?
I would have to stay on pool deck these days. There is no way I would be getting on a heightened platform with those fins. I would be snapping ankles all over the shop.
Getting that back foot at that 45-degree angle to get the full purchase, an explosion off there. So heat number 3 of 7, Jen. So we're nearly halfway through. But this is a rapid rate at the moment. Geez, look at that. That's going to be a low 17 touch. Decent pick up there, wanting to drive that little bit harder off the wall.
And that's Dylan O'Brien from Ireland, a fantastic swim there. We saw him in action as well, and again, a great example of how some of our athletes are adopting that butterfly stroke as well. You can see him undulating through the water there. Fantastic racing for him. That's Dylan O'Brien, the white cap with the shamrock there in lane 5. Closest to him looks to be Federico from Argentina, and the Argentinians, Harold, they are having the best time. If you want to hang out with any team on pool deck, find Argentina.
I would like to go to a barbecue at their place. 49.26. Cop that, everyone else. That is extremely quick there from Dylan O'Brien. He's put that one down. Gauntlet has been thrown down somewhat, and that's an amazing time there. Last of the touches coming in on the wall. So we had, again, just a couple just outside that minute figure, but with Chinese Taipei in there as well. Jensen Hun Chen. It's exciting.
Fantastic. And we saw a really fast finish there as well. Alexander Cole from the USA, 55.60. Hope he's happy with that swim. He really flew on that final leg.
Yeah. So what I thought was quite interesting, so Dylan O'Brien had a really strong leg kick, but his stroke wasn't as rapid and frantic as the rest. It was still somewhat beautiful, because this can be a little bit thrash and bash, but that was long, pulling lots of water whilst the legs, going at double time. Yeah,
agreed. Dylan O'Brien, part of that Irish team, doing an incredible job. Really lifted since the last 2022 World Championships. Wonderful to have them here. They picked up that incredible medal, that bronze in the circ on day one, and they are continuing to grow and go from strength to strength here. We have another Irish competitor, I believe, in the heat coming up next. Just bringing that up on liveheats.com. Ryan Cotter will be in lane 3. He's on screen right now.
So heat number 5, it goes number 4, Jen, sorry. So we've got Jonas Rudolph and Sandro Schleck from Switzerland, teammates next to each other. Ryan Cotter, that you just spoke with earlier. Chen Hoi Kwan from Hong Kong. Aidan Bourneman from South Africa. From Denmark, we've got the two gentlemen next to each other, Alessandro Ruiz de Castro and Ronnie Dalsgaard, both from Denmark. And rounding out 8 in this heat number 4 is Etan Police Romero from Argentina. Vamos, let's get it.
Absolutely, and a special shout out to Ronnie Dalsgaard, who's in lane 7 here. He's recently relocated to Australia, races for Manly now. He's actually racing in his 6th World Championships. He has incredible longevity. He even raced in the Masters competitions a few days ago and set a new world record in the 100 carry in this very event for his Masters age group. So had a few great chats to Ronnie from Denmark over the last few days. Very excited to see what he can put together here for the national team.
Wow, so racing last week, backing it up again. and now residing at the Medley Lifesaving Club. That's exciting.
Absolutely. So very excited to see him come through here. Fantastic. This is where the seeding really comes into play. We can see a very fast, very even field at the moment, but lane 6 looking very, very good. That's Alexandra from Denmark. Further along the field, that looks to be Aidan Borman from South Africa in the green cap, being challenged now by Denmark. Ronnie on the outside there. What can we get our hands to the wall on, remembering that it is a 49.06, the time to beat so far?
Waiting for that touch. Aidan Borman, wow, 49.36, 49.81 for Alessandro. They're the top ones in the G's. That's pretty swift at the moment.
Yep, we're really bringing those times now, as you would expect, as we progress through the heats. But a fantastic swim there from the South African, really strong in those closing stages. And Aidan Borman is now the second fastest qualifier for the 100. I'm getting all emotional about it. 100 carry with fins.
Oh, Jen, this is so good. No, she's enjoying it. And I'm pretty sure you guys at the home, same way as well, just trying to turn that head to see if we can see what that view is happening at the front, because we want to see who's touching on that wall first and checking out those back markers as well. Aidan Borman, 49.36. Alessandro Ruiz, so good there as well. Ryan Cotter came out strong, a little bit flat towards that back end, but it is the event that does hurt so much towards that last, 15 to 20 metres?
Honestly, from about the 5 metres onwards, this is such a tough event, and especially when you see the size of the fins, the weight of them as well, the amount of leg drive that is required to really bang out a great 100 carry. These men and women do an incredible job. As we can see now, this is heat number 5 lining up. We have still 3 heats to run here from the top of the screen. That will be lane 1. We've got Luke Homan from Hong Kong, Tom Leggett from Great Britain. He was phenomenal yesterday. Really looking forward to seeing him race here. Florian Delahaye from France, Chris Dawson in lane 4 from New Zealand, the Blackfins, Ivan Romero Fernandez from Spain, Max Tesch from Germany, Timotej Sojak from Poland, and Sean Boxdaly from Belgium. So a full heat here, 3 races yet to run in the 100 carry with fins. And just checking that leaderboard again, Dylan O'Brien maintains the fastest qualifying time so far, a 49.06.
49.06. Can I just give you a massive shout out, Jen? That was some amazing enunciation then. That was really good.
I think I'm only at about 50% for some of the names here. I promise that we are doing our best. And honestly, if you see Harold and I on pool deck, please come and correct us. We want to make sure we're recognising our amazing athletes here, getting our pronunciation correct. We have been practicing. We've got phonetic pronunciations written everywhere. And have a look at this. We have got a race on our hands. I'm loving the work there. That was lane 7. Again, the Polish competitor. Fantastic clip there. But in the middle of the field, the black cap there, that is Chris Dawson. He's been a blackfin. He's been on the New Zealand national team for 10 years now. Have a look at him really start to pull away from the rest of the field.
You can just see the hips driving up and down so fast, moving all the water, trying to get through that last 5 metres nice and strong. Reach out to that wall. We're going to touch into the 45.72. Chris Dawson in there.
Yeah, you'd expect some fast times from Chris. He's actually the defending world champion in this event, clocked a 44.91 to win the 2022 World Championship. So expecting big things from him. He didn't have the best touch on the wall, so for him to still be logging 45.72, he'll know what he wants to work on. He'll know what he wants to improve leading into that A final later today. But I think that will fill him with a lot of confidence, especially the way he's still accelerating in that final 5.
Yeah, acceleration was there. So that's the gauntlet has been laid down now. So we've got that time at 45.72 for Chris Dawson. 2 more heats to go, Jenny. How much lower is that going to be? Because you have to get to that A final.
Well, just from that heat alone, we've had another 4 gentlemen qualify, put in some great times. I think the top 6 now are from that heat. So we've got Chris Dawson, Ivan Romero Fernandez, Florian Delahaye, Max Tesch, Timotej Sojak, and Tom Leggett, all in the top 6 now. Dylan O'Brien, who was our fastest qualifier up until a few moments ago, is now in 7th position overall.
7th overall. Wow. So on the screen at the moment, we've got Tom Duraga from France. The Aussie boys ready to go. Harry Hines.
Yep, coming off 2 world records yesterday in the 100 toe. An incredible swim there. You can see him on screen now. Those bright yellow caps really do make it easy for us to find the Aussies in the pool, but very excited to see in lane 5 the Italian David Cremonini from Italy. Fantastic racing so far this event. And Jack Meerton, another easy cap to spot the Netherlands up the top of your screen in lane 1.
Yeah, so lane 2 next to him, we're going to have Jack Sadbury as well from Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Tom Duraga from France. And then we've got Harry Hines, lane 4, David Clermoni in 5, like we said. Marco Puleso Jimenez from Spain. Antonio Peters from South Africa. Rounding out the 8 is Huber Nikolevsky. Get excited.
Get excited. You can feel the nerves on the block from here, honestly. We know that the boys know how much is at stake right now. They know that there's a spot in the World Championship A final up for grabs. They've seen the times that have already been posted. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You just know you've got to rip in the heats. Cannot leave anything to chance. You really need to nail every part of your race, your speed, your technique, and the skills that we're about to see. Harry Hines looks to be just ahead of the pack at the moment. Actually, I think he's neck and neck at the moment with Tom from France.
So that's 1 and 2 at the moment. And gee, that looks swift and heavy with that stroke at the moment. So what are we at? 54.
But have a look at the Spaniards starting to come through now. Marco from Spain looking very, very strong. Next to him as well, David Cremonini from Italy. But Harry Hines at the moment, full of confidence after that fantastic toe event yesterday. You can see again, carrying a little bit differently, a little lower down by his side. It's obviously working very, very well for him. We'll grab the time as we come through here.
45.18. 45.
Fantastic work.
8 there for David Cremonini from Italy. So that's, again, some really fast times that are in there. Is that the fastest one we've seen so far?
Yeah, from Harry, that's the fastest so far. Chris Dawson from New Zealand, the defending world champion too, David Cremonini in 3. So again, some really, really quick times. And if again, I use Dylan O'Brien as my benchmarker here. He's been pushed down to 13th position, so still in the B final for now, but it will be up to the results of this final heat. As we see Harry Hines come through, just looking at that yellow cap. He and France, the white cap next door, very, very close at the turn. Harry able to pull away in the closing stages, but I'm very excited just looking at the touch here. David Cremonini, watch out for him in the A final. He is going to fly.
Flying they were, swift through the water. So I think the cutoff for the top, and that one is not too far off. So top 8 is going to be, the cutoff time is 47.75. So the final heat has got some work to do. So heat 7 coming up from Iran. We've got Saman Sopazdat from Netherlands. We've got Roloff Stoltz, Tim Brand from Germany, Fergus Eadie from New Zealand. That's going to be swift through there. Fabio Pizzotti from Italy, James Koch from Australia, and Shin Nishiyama from Japan.
Yeah, Sean, one of the stars of the Japanese team. So keep your eye in lane 3. Tim Brang from Germany had an incredible championships in 2022. He was actually 3rd in this event in the 100 carry, won the toe as well. We saw him in the B final of the toe yesterday. So we know that he is on form at the moment. We can pick that. Well, I think for us it looks like a yellow cap, but he'll be in a black cap here. Rolly on screen as well. Broke the Dutch record yesterday in the 100 toe again yesterday. Congratulations, Rolly, on a fantastic event. I know he's really looking forward to this 100 toe as well. I passed him on pool deck earlier today. He's looking fast, he's looking focused, looking very fierce up on the blocks.
So the last one through there, geez, you've got to be
so wobbly. I'm so nervous.
But you've done it all before, though. Let's see. So
not to this level. They're incredible.
The best in the world, some would say.
Here we go. This is Heat 7 for the 100 carry. Unfortunately, no one in lane 8, but this will be one of the fastest heats. Looking forward to seeing what that A qualifying time will be pushed to be. And the men are away, loving these underwater shots here, especially as we start to look at some more of those across the day. You can see Jimmy Koch, the yellow cap, coming through. Next to him, though, there is some speed in this final. Looks to be Jimmy Koch just ahead of Fabio Pizzotti from Italy. But have a look at Fergus Eadie fly, the big man from New Zealand. He's had an incredible championships already. We saw him in both the toe and the medley. That big, long arm out of the water there, Fergus. One of the best stories from the 2022 World Championships. Got a late call up to the New Zealand national team when Lewis Clarebeck broke his arm skateboarding, and he was an absolute superstar. He has continued to go from strength to strength for the New Zealand team. This is going to be tight on the touch.
Fergus Eadie, 45.77. Jimmy Koch, 45.82 thereabouts. That was really close and tight.
So wonderful to see Tim Brang as well and Fabio Pizzotti all recording times of 46. So that is a really, really strong start for the crew. This is going to be one of the finals of the afternoon.
Yeah, so like you said, Fergus Eadie out so strong and fast there, but Jimmy Koch coming home at a rate of knots there. Had all the aspirations earlier this year to make the Olympics. Still training hard, making the switch back into the pool. And that's the beauty of it, right? These are technical skills that you learn at such a young age. Shelley Beach Jr. on the New South Wales Central Coast. been around for a long, long time and put up some amazing times, and nothing more spectacular than those two at the moment. 45.77, 45.82.
Oh, this is what we want to see. Really pumped for Tim Brang as well, a 46.04. Fabio Pizzotti in 46.29. Rowley recording a 47.44. So that looks to be our A and B finals are now set. Harrison Hines from Australia, the fastest qualifier in 45.18. Chris Dawson and Fergus Eadie, the big Kiwis, in 2 and 3. David Cremonini is in 4th. His teammate will also be in the A final, Fabio in 7th. Jimmy Kosh is in, Tim Brang is in, and Ivan Romero Fernandez nabs the final spot there in the A event this afternoon. So very excited. We have our start list for both the A and B finals for the men's and women's 100 toe. And we are flying through these races, and no rest at all, Harold. We can see that the pool setters are doing an incredible job. They've reset those mannequins now in the middle of the pool, because the next event is the women's 50 metres mannequin carry.
Pool setting of the mannequins is a tricky thing to do. It has to be millimetre perfect. It has to be square. Mm-hmm. And the hardest thing about pool setting, and I used to hate doing it, but love doing it, it was getting away from the mannequin with no wash or movement or anything.
Mermaiding yourself backwards.
But it's, tiny little pitter-patter of fingers, just moving yourself back so that, you don't kick it out of place.
No, this seems the perfect time to say thank you so much to all of our volunteers and our officials who are doing an incredible job. It's 17 days of racing here at the Lifesaving World Championships.
That's nuts, 17 days.
We've got action here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre for the pool events. You've been down at Kurrawa Beach where the ocean events are happening as well. We've also got march past, surf boats, IRBs. The world has arrived on the Gold Coast for the Lifesaving Championships. Small heat to start, but a quality field here. Two of our Chinese competitors, Li Jingyi and Peng Ayuan from China, lanes 4 and 5. They will be the first to set some times here for the 50 carry. If you haven't seen this event before, it's only 50 metres in total. Our competitors will start on the blocks. They will swim 25 metres freestyle, head down to the bottom of the pool, collect a submerged mannequin, and then tow it without fins 25 metres to the end of the pool.
Yuck is the only thing I can say. Is there anything worse than trying to pull that without fins?
Well, probably one of the relays we saw yesterday, the mixed Lifesaver relay, the third leg of that one is a 50 carry with no fins the entire way. It is the shortest straw that you can pull in Lifesaving, but excited for these ladies to come through here. And also really important, Harold, you will see as the race progresses, the officials who are wearing white shirts, they will be walking alongside pool deck, watching our athletes along the way, particularly in that middle part of the pool where the athletes swim 25 metres. There is a 5 metre changeover zone, or a 5 metre pickup zone, I should say, where they need to surface with the mannequin, and that they need to be up by then.
So all exciting stuff. And that's probably one thing we don't talk about enough is how technical it is, but for the officials to be on that same page, to be ensure that what they're seeing is the exact same thing that someone else is seeing.
It's really tough, and that's why we have a technical official or a judge assigned to every single lane in the pool. It's not given to one person to try and look at everything. We have one judge per lane, really making sure that we are keeping our competition as fair, as equitable, and those judging decisions as consistent as possible. Just seeing the mannequins on the bottom of the pool. As we mentioned earlier, we do have 2 sets of mannequins in the water. That means that we can be moving things around very, very quickly between races, which allows us to have such an efficient program.
Efficient and fast is what we want.
Absolutely. So we can see some of our pool setters. You might see some of the people from the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre in the mix. Thank you very much to hosting us for this Lifesaving World Championships. We've also got the divers with the oxygen equipment down there, because it is so technical and so tricky to make things happen there. We pulled out all the stops to get things ready here. We can see our 2 Chinese competitors just waiting for a start, and we will be using the other end of the pool for our starts, different to what you've seen this morning in the 100 metres mannequin carry with fins. So looking ahead for this 50 metres free, we saw Nina Holt do some incredible things yesterday. She broke her own world record twice in the 100 metre medley. Great to see that yesterday. She won the 200 obs as well. Nina Holt, the current world record holder in this event, a time of 32.69. That's both the world and the European record. She's also the defending champion in this event, taking out the 2022 World Championship. So very excited to see Nina in the mix here. Medley Rousseau from France was second at the last World Championships. She's also the 2014 World Champ. Some incredible longevity from Medley. Wonderful to have her here as part of the French team at the Lifesaving World Championships.
Is that better? Conditions update, Jen. Thank you to yourself and Harold for being so good inside. We thought we'd just... Sun coming down nice at the moment. It's not too hot. One thing that is great, though, we haven't really got too much wind, so it's going to be fast, it's going to be frantic. We've just got the ladies now marshalling, like you said, for that mannequin carry coming up. Officials are on the sun. It's exciting times down here. One thing I'm really loving at the moment is how many people are poolside. Last little bits of coaching, because it is all about these little technical nuances that are going to be the difference between you possibly, doing a PB or making that A or B final, which would have been those goals that are set. So, Jen, this is pretty...
Oh, fantastic work, Harold. Wonderful to have you here after a big day at the beach yesterday. You were down at Karawa for the youth national teams competition, and a gorgeous shot there of the mannequins lining up, ready to go. Heat number 1 is up very, very soon for the 50 carry. The ladies on the blocks now, ready for a start. And that's a clean start there. Li Jingyi and Peng Ayuan from China coming through a fantastic start there. The girls hit the water very, very quickly. You'll see in just a moment they will head down, they will pick up that submerged mannequin. And Harold, one of the absolute best developments this year for the Lifesaving World Championships is those underwater carries, those underwater cameras that give us a real inside view of the techniques and the skills employed by our athletes.
Yeah, really nice cross on the pool side. That goal was pretty good. Just saying, the guy at poolside doing that cross is pretty good. It's nice to see him out there as well. Thanks for your work, Harold. But we've got heat number 1 coming through. What are we going to touch in at a 39? That's not too bad there.
Yeah, 39, considering that the A qualification time was only 37 at the last World Championship. So very, very exciting to see both of our Chinese competitors in the mix. China had some great relays yesterday as well. So wonderful to have them part of the Lifesaving World Championships. We will have 7 heats in total.
7 heats in total. And one of the hardest things is picking it up off that pool deck, a little bit of propulsion off there, but then just driving those legs like a person possessed is bare minimum.
Absolutely. We saw in the 100 carry the propulsion and the power that you can drive through your legs when you're wearing those massive fins. It's a completely different story when you're just kicking your little heart out along the pool here. It is really tough to build that speed so quickly. And you'll see for a lot of our athletes who have had the opportunity to race at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre before, we had our national championships here for the Australian competitors just a few weeks ago. It's a real advantage knowing the depth of the pool, what sort of material the pool is made out of. It really does help.
So heat number 2, we've got Min Seo Huang from South Korea, Wei Hong Hui from Singapore, Safia El Hadidi from Austria, Stina Klevetvang from Norway, and then last one, rounding out lane 6 from Singapore, is Christabel Chi Sweat-Er.
Wonderful to see so many international competitors choosing to participate in the Lifesaving World Championships, and such an honour to make your national team. Just to be on the team, to get your foot on the line for the Lifesaving World Championships is so impressive, and to see the speed and the calibre of the competitors that are lining up here. We can see the speed is on very, very quick in those 100 carries. We have gone up a pace here though for the girls, just 25 metres to swim before they head down. Love these shots here. The girls are up. You can see it's actually probably close to 2 metres deep there, maybe 1.8. So tough to get those mannequins up. But the best of the carries at the moment, Safia El Hadidi from Austria, fantastic swimming. You'll see that there are some yellow lane ropes in the middle of the pool. The top of your screen is lane 4. The one closest to the bottom of the screen is lane 5.
I'll need to keep remembering that. I'll forget throughout the course of the day, but we'll do our best, and I'll watch them coming in, touching it on the line. Tiny little poke through, 43.36. But just the amount of strength that's just required to even just get that one-handed pick up, full grab around the throat, and then we're just away.
Absolutely. I think we really we can't overstate the grip strength that is required to get your hand around the mannequin's neck or throat or head there, just to be able to be secure in the way you pick it up there. And we can see some of the athletes actually choosing to grab the mannequin around the waist or just under the arm there as well, just to get that power off the bottom of the pool. But Austria, fantastic swim there, 43.69. That is third overall so far in the qualifying for the 50 carry. Sophia El Hadidi, great swim there, followed by Wei Hongwei and Stina Klefang from Norway.
So 7 heats again. Next ladies on, making their way through to the marshalling area, setting up from the north end at this time. Beautiful little grass area out there. Do we have a lunchtime break?
Yeah, absolutely. We love a break here at the Lifesaving World Championships. And we will actually, I'm glad you brought this up, Harold. We will have a break again between the heats and the finals this afternoon. We will confirm those times as we just double check in with the officials for when the finals package will kick off. The live stream will be running for both the pool and the ocean all day, but excited for those final packages. And we can see the next heat, Heat 3, lining up now.
Yep, all underway. So that's Montana White from the United States on screen there. Next to her, we've got Luciana Ruiz Sator from Argentina, April O'Gorman from the United States in lane 6, Fleur Beckers, Netherlands, Tindra Norden from Sweden, Julia Salapa from Austria, and from Switzerland rounding out heat number 3, we've got Sarah Morganegg.
Wowee, Montana White in lane number 7, the closest to the bottom of your screen. We got an amazing shot earlier. She actually went down to the bottom of the pool a little earlier than the rest of the field. She was incredible with that butterfly kick as well. Great pickup, and she is powering home here. This could be close to a PB for her. We'll grab that time on the wall. What a finish.
37.32.
37 for Montana White of the USA. We did see her in action yesterday across the OBS events as well, the 100 medley, so really stoked for Montana and the rest of the USA team. They've really come here to race. Also looking forward to seeing them strut their stuff in the ocean events.
Strutting their stuff.
Oh, they are so good, and they are building year on year. I follow a lot of their different clubs and organisations on Instagram, and their technique, their skills, their power is growing year on year.
Yeah, and we talk about power. We just saw Montana White, that underwater footage,
good.
so good. She probably got about 5 to 6 solid butterfly kicks in there. Quick two-handed grab up in that left hand, nice and calm. But that leg drive coming through that back end was amazing there from Montana. That was okay, USA.
And I love that Montana and the other athletes are going to be able to go back and watch these events and really, analyse their races, look for improvements, or really just say, I nailed that one. That was a great pickup. My carry looks really good. My fins look great. Excited. A little bit jealous as well as we see one of our Dutch competitors on screen at the moment, because we are looking forward to heat number 4. We are really ploughing through the program here. On screen right now, that looks to be one of our, that's Ine Asum from Norway. So the top of the screen, you are going to have Savannah Voigt from South Africa, Ashley Barry from Ireland, Ine Asum from Norway, Waris Mills from South Africa, Christina Mnikova from Czechia, Julia Steiner from Switzerland, and Dion Klomp from the Netherlands will be at the bottom of your screen in the bright orange cap.
So in the starters' hands, just wait for the pool status to get them out there. So what you'll find is they'll be sitting in lanes, 0 and 9. Mm-hmm. With their fins on, no scuba tanks out here today. Starters' hands ready to go. Heat number 4. And the White from USA has set that nice time there, but through the middle, looking so strong at the moment. Waris Mills there from South Africa, really strong stream on. Just coming up before that 12.5 metre, because that's where we need to be down early there. A couple of butterfly kicks. Watching that pick up there, a little bit of a foot slip off the back there, but not too much damage there. And this is where it goes. The 6-beat kick. Throw that left arm or right arm over, depending on your carrying preference, but a bit of movement there in lane 1 at the moment from Savannah Voigt. That too from Aisling Barry. Yeah,
wonderful to see Savannah in the water here. She's actually been over in Australia for a few months, just prepping for the World Championships. She's done some incredible work over the last few months. We've seen her as well in the ocean events, doing a great job. She's actually it's her 3rd international appearance for the South African team. She races for Clifton Beach back home, and she is studying at Bond University on the Gold Coast.
Wow.
Some fun facts about Savannah Voigt.
Thank you very much. Have you got any more stats of anyone else in this race? That was pretty good. Let's have a look. So that was a 38.67 there for Aisling Barry. Ines Asum from Norway, 39. So just below that 40-second mark. Steiner from Switzerland and Voigt from South Africa just on that 40-second mark there, as along with Dion Klomp.
Yeah, Ashley from Ireland, 38.67. I'm loving that we're seeing so many of our Irish competitors really starting to step up here. Definitely some finals berths on offer for them as well. Very strong across both the men's and women's racing.
Yes, a 37.32 still that lead time at the moment. Jen, couple more to go.
Yeah, Montana White still maintains that leader position, and we're about to come into the fastest seeded heats now, so very excited to see what we can put together here. The first of I think we actually have both of our Kiwis lining up in the next race. So lane 1 at the top of your screen, you'll see Yurika Mitsui from Japan, Madison Kidd, the world record holder in the 100 toe, will be in 2. Aurélie Romanini from Belgium in the mix as well. Lena Opperman from Germany. Margot Fabre from France. Ray Kwan, she was great in the OBS yesterday. Alexander Siplak from Poland and Nele van Buel from Belgium. And a bit of a shout out for Neela. She's racing in her 20th big international team for Belgium across the world and the European Championships. This is her 20th appearance for Belgium. I actually raced her back in the day. So if you can cast your mind back that far, that is how long Neela has been not only racing, but racing at the elite level. Yeah,
racing fast. But one we're probably going to be watching out for, can Lena Opperman get it done one more time? It's lightning before, but geez, look how far down there it's gone down early. So was that Margot Fabre, I think, went over from France. She was down really, really early there.
And Lena Opperman now racing in the open competition. She actually still holds the world junior record, a time of 33.43 for Lena. So great to see her now in the open racing.
Crazy. I just shake my head at how fast these ladies got through the water, waiting for that touch on the wall.
Oh, 33.5. That is quick. That is that could actually be close to a PB. Her junior world record is a 33.4. But just having a look at the improvement that we're seeing from the previous World Championships, that's an incredible swim, 33.57.
In a heat swim. Get out of here.
I know. And that would have actually got her a bronze at the last World Championship. So just to show the quality of racing that we're seeing here. Great touch on the wall as well.
33.57.
I know.
Lena Opperman, get out of here.
Aurélie Romanini from Belgium as well, 34.8. Fantastic swim. Margot Fabre, 35.1. And Maddie Kidd from New Zealand, just ahead of teammate Ray Kwan. The Kiwis are both on 35 there. So this has really shaken up the leaderboard. Lena Opperman now the fastest qualifier in the time of 33.57. Aurélie from Belgium, 34.89. Margot in 3, Maddie, Ray, Montana White now in 6th position.
So what's the cut-off at now?
So the time is now 37.93, the time that is needed for the A final. On screen now we can see, oh no, she's gone.
Yeah, it was Chechi. Dominika goes over, so that's lane 8 for us, making our way through 7. We're going from bottom to top. Ainsley McMurray from Canada, Chelsea Jones from Australia, Lucrezia Fabretti from Italy, Nina Holt from Germany, Anita Garcia Silva from Spain, Chen Xingqing from Hong Kong, and rounding us out from Brazil, Thais Bastos Javier.
So Nina Holt in lane 4, the current world record holder for this event, and broke her world record twice yesterday in the 100 medley. She also took out the 200 obs. I'm so excited that we get to see an athlete like Nina in action. She's incredible. Next to her, closest to us in the other yellow lane there is Lucrezia Fabretti. She's so good, so fast.
And out like a bull at a gate at the moment for Nina Holt. She's looking really strong. Geez, that's down early as well. Keeping that leg, that momentum moving forward, up and away, and this is where the action's going to be. 33.57 is the mark on the board at the moment, Jen.
33.57. Nina's world record in this event is a 32.69, set at Stuttgart in 2023. She is really taking this to the rest of the field. Next to her, Anita Garcia Silva doing an incredible job. Chelsea Jones trying to hold on, but I think that is going to be Ainsley McMurray in Canada. A fantastic swim there as well. Nina Holt setting a fantastic time here.
33.61.
As we would expect. 33.61, which is actually just behind teammate Lena Opperman. Lena's time of 33.57. Previously a fantastic result, but Lena and Nina from Germany, 1-2 qualifiers at the moment. Ainsley McMurray as well, 34.75. What a swim for her. Ainsley, one of our Canadian competitors, just missed the Paris Olympics. She did some incredible swims, some PDs actually at the Canadian trials for the Olympics. She was great yesterday. She is better today.
Yeah, wow. So Nina Holt, 33.43 to set up on screen. 34.56 McMurray. Chelsea Jones, 34.75 from Australia. Anita Garcia Silva from Spain, 34.91. We've still got one more heat left to go.
Oof.
How much faster can they be?
Well, they need to be faster than 35.20 if
Jeez.
they want to be in that A final. Already, the A qualifying time from the last World Championships was 35.27. We still have another heat to swim.
All right, so the last one on screen at the moment, we've got Lola Corella Fuset from Spain. What can she pull out? Winding those arms up, getting ready to go. I know there's a lot of people from Spain watching from abroad because all the comments are saying, vamos, vamos. They want them to swim fast, and we want them to swim fast as well. On screen, Helen Giovanelli from Italy. So we've got 8 in this one, Jen. Chelsea Hay from Hong Kong. Hinata Machi from Japan. Mariah Jones from Australia. We've gone through also, we've got Rosalie Magali from France. Middle of the pack, fastest qualifier. What can happen?
Well, Helene Giovanelli is lane 4, so she'll be the fastest, but Magali next door to her is the 2014 world champion in this event. The girls are away. This is going to be fast. They know they need to motor if they want to be in that A final. The fast times have been set fairly even at the moment as they head through. They know they need to go down early, go down quickly. We'll grab this here. Mariah Jones in the yellow cap on the far side of the pool looking very, very good, but Helene from Italy really starting to work through the field now.
You can just see that arm flying over, left arm flying hard. Still a bit of leg drive in there. Can they hold on? Mariah Jones getting it out there as well. So what is this time going to be? We're looking probably about a low 34, 33.
Ooh, 33 starting to come through. This is what we want to see. This is so fast. The girls doing an incredible job. Just waiting for that leaderboard to update as well. An incredible result. Fantastic racing. And yes, the big thumbs up there from Helene Giovanelli. She has clocked a 33.89. That will be third overall behind our 2 German competitors. Medley Rousseau from France is in 5. Ainsley McMurray holds on to an A qualifying spot in 6. Chelsea Jones is still there as well. And Aurélie Romanini from Belgium will be the 8th fastest qualifier, a time of 34.89. That's nearly half a second faster than what was required at the 2022 World Championships.
Unbelievable. And Anita Garcia misses out by 0.02.
Oh, so close. So close. But fantastic work there. We have set up some blockbuster finals already. And if you thought the ladies were fast, we have the men up next. That will be one of the races of the day. But Nina Holt, Lena Opperman, Helene Giovanelli, Mariah Jones, Medley Rousseau, Ainsley McMurray, Chelsea Jones and Aurélie Romanini. That is your A final for the 50 carry later today.
Coming up live this afternoon is going to be fun.
Live with Jen and Harold.
All day, every day.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No, like Miley Cyrus said that, we won't stop.
Alrighty, the open men, and I love the officials are powering through the program here. No breaks at all. Heat 1 is up already. Jump onto liveheats.com and you can grab this as well. Zhao Lexu and Anfith Ray from China and India respectively. That is Heat 1 for the men in the 50 carry.
Yeah, so away nice and clean. It looks like it's going to be Zhao Lexu getting out nice and clean there again. Big ups, massive shout outs to our Indian cohort that's going to be in there. So working really hard. And it is about watching the clock and trying to be the best you've been. So it's not always about trying to win medals, but having everything that is so measurable, which is what the beauty of pool lifesaving is, that you can always see where you were the week before and try and do as best as you can. And that's not too bad. A 33.89 there for Xiaolex Su. And then Anvith Ray giving us a 37.76 or thereabouts.
Really strong start. Really strong start for the men. See, I love the instant replays that we get here. Wonderful to have the team from Big Voice with us, bringing you all of this incredible footage, and that underwater camera as well really is a game changer for us here. We can see the speed and the different carry techniques, but a great start here. Just grabbing those next races. We've got Heat 2. We can see them lining up already. The officials doing a great job moving things around, but to confirm, 33.89, the fastest time so far.
So we've got eight heats in this one, Jen.
We do.
16 spots available for that A and B finals, where it needs to be. But Heat 2 coming up.
We can see Varun Chavan in 1 from India, Round Kim in 2. A big shout out to Lucas Isaksson from Sweden, one of our medalists in the line throw yesterday. Big shout out to Ice and Pernilla, his parents, watching back home in Sweden. Used to swim with them at Cotton Tree Pool very long time ago. To see Lucas now representing Sweden in the national team, a huge achievement. A lot of pride in the family there. We have Dawson Shin in lane 4 from Canada, Eugene Lingzhen from Singapore, Ji Xingguan from China, Louis Xinhua from China as well, and Sengwan Han from Korea. Rounding the field, they are ready for a start already. No rest here, Carol, in the 50 carol.
No rest for the wicked. Starters' hands. Yeah, away nice and clean. So to see the boys getting the nice little streamline, coming up just on that probably 10 and a bit metre mark. What are we looking at? Probably 15 to 20 strokes, not even. Getting down nice and deep. Butterflying kick off the bottom of the deck. Their left-handed drag, pick up, and we are away. So heat 2 of 8. So we're a quarter of the way through. Top of the screen is where it's going to be at the moment. It's going to be, what's that? Ryan Kim there from South Korea looking strong. But the movement is coming through lane 3 and 4.
Dawson Sheehan as well. We saw him in the obs in the 100 carry just earlier. I think he's going to be able to get his hand to the wall first. We'll grab those times for you and see if that is going to be enough. It's a 35.54, and that will be second overall for Dawson Sheehan. And just seeing some of these athletes backing up already, Harold, from the 100 carry, there's actually not a lot of break between those two races, knowing that we still have Medleys and Super Lifesavers yet to swim in this heats package.
Yeah, it's a jam-packed program, very taxing on the body. So it will be, a game of attrition. Who can be the fittest and the fastest and then hold on to everything for dear life. But at the moment, Dawson Sheehan, 35.27. Ji Qingzhuan from China taking that 35.88. And then Ryan Kim with a 35.90. That was the top 3 in that one, making their way through. So decent results there. But again, moving our way through seeded heats. Heat number 3 coming up. It is only going to be faster and more fierce.
Absolutely. We can see another of our Swedish competitors, Mads Gansberg, on screen at the moment. He will be in lane 4. So the top of your screen, you'll see YN Huang from Chinese Taipei, Damien Coultry from Argentina, Dylan O'Brien back again for the Irish team, Max Gansberg from Sweden, Marcus Hoferer from Austria, Peter Voskoy from Norway, David Richter from Czechia, and Eddie Yong Lok-King from Singapore in 8. So again, ready for a start. And the boys lining up. And Harold, you were out on pool deck just earlier. What's the temperature like out there? It's looking pretty warm.
It was pleasant. I thought it was quite nice. It didn't feel too warm just yet, noting that it is only 9:05 in the morning.
The day is
so
young.
It will burn off and get warm pretty quick. I think we are looking at a top of 31. No idea what that is in Fahrenheit for whoever uses Fahrenheit, but not many people should. But look at this. Dylan O'Brien coming out fast and strong. Geez, that was a solid quick pickup too. That's probably the fastest one we've seen so far. Movement through the middle of the lane. What's that, lane 5 there? Lane 4.
Lane 4, that's Max Gansberg from Sweden. Marcus as well from Austria next door in the darker cap. But Dylan O'Brien, fantastic carrying here. Closer to the bottom of the screen, that's David Richter from Czechia as well. A fast finish there. Hand to the wall. It's going to be Dylan O'Brien, 33.60. Dylan O'Brien from Ireland, the fastest qualifier in heat number 3.
You'd have a quick lozenge, and then I'll carry us for a little while, Jen, to get rid of that, because she's been working so hard. This is Jen's 100th day straight working here at the pool, or probably feels like it. But what an absolute privilege to be here, Jen.
Oh, I wouldn't trade it for anything, honestly. The fact that we get not only a front row seat to some of the best racing, but we get to share that with the rest of the world. And really, when people say, oh, it looks really hard, this is the best job in the world. I get to sit here and tell you how amazing our athletes are, celebrate their wins, talk them through the highs and the lows of international racing. And when the weather's like this, the action is so hot, the times just keep on dropping. It's such a privilege to be here.
One thing, there's a lot of things I love about pool rescue and lifesaving. One of my favourite things is the ropeman that actually drags the mannequins back. Whoever figured out how to do those knots or you can loosen them and tighten them back up, I find that amazing, because one thing I didn't do was Cubs or Scouts as a child, and I don't really know how to tie knots that well.
I will introduce you to Mr. Parry one day. He will take you through that. He knows all the knots in the world. It's rather impressive. I did not learn that, unfortunately, but yeah, definitely a skill, and a shout out to all of our officials and volunteers who are really moving this program along, allowing us to really celebrate the best of the lifesavers across the world. So
we've got Sandro Schleck on screen there at the moment. From Switzerland, looking good. So too, the Danish competitor, Tor Morgensen, going to be fast there as well. The rest of the crew in this one, we've got So Huan Huing from Hong Kong, Itzvan Bassini from Norway, Matthias Van Leer from Belgium, Tor Morgensen, which I spoke about earlier, Anton Pietes from South Africa, Sandro Schleck, Switzerland, and Alexander Cole from United States This is heat number 4, Jen.
And what a start from Alexander Cole from the USA at the bottom of the screen. Looked very, very good. One of the first to head down and grab that mannequin. We'll see who is going to be the first to surface. I think that's lane 4, Matthias van Leeuw from Belgium. Fantastic swing, but closest to us here, Anthony Peters from South Africa with that green cap there. He is powering. What a stroke he's got there. Very long, very deep. Here we go. Good touch on the wall.
30.84.
Ew.
That was you. So what was the fastest we had last? So the last World Champs was a 28.22. Was that right?
Yeah, 28.22 was the time that Jake Smith from Australia swam to secure the World Championship and the gold medal. Chris Dawson was in 2, and then we shared the bronze medal between Fergus Eadie and Mauro Ferro from Italy. But everyone is chasing one of the oldest records in the books here. Danny Vicks, 27.27, set at the World Games back in 2017 in Wrocław in Poland.
Did you get to go to that one?
I did not, but yeah, 27.27 is phenomenal. But we did see a few good times recorded across the season. I know Fergus Eadie, he went 27.48 at the Aussie Championships just a few weeks back. Jake Smith was in that race as well. He went 27.68. So some very, very quick times being recorded at home and internationally over the last few months, getting ready for the World Championships. But Danny's record, 27.27 from 2017, still stands.
Can it be broken?
Anything is possible at the Lifesaving World Championships, and having seen 6 world records set yesterday, it was incredible. And that was from the heats onwards. It was just phenomenal. I would not rule anything out at the moment, as we see heat number 5, I should say.
Yeah, it's moving quick, Jen. It's moving quick.
5. So top of the screen is Michael Vaughan from the US of A, and Lucas Schenz of Austria is bottom of the screen.
So bookending us through away, nice and clean start, his hand through the middle of the pack. That's Aidan Borman's solid start through the nice and deep. Next to him, tucked in on the left-hand side, Andreas Hogan Hansen is our first 2 down in the water. So lanes 4 and 5 up, nice and quick. And again, like we say it at nauseam, but it's so important to get those legs firing to make our way through the water. Looks like we might have a bit of movement there from Aidan Borman trying to hold on. Andreas next to him there from Denmark. That's going to be a 1 and 2 clear at the moment. And a solid finish from the boys here. Touch on the wall, watching the clock closely. 36.5. So that is our fastest at the moment.
Andreas, what a race there. We actually had a chat to him yesterday after the heats of the 200 obs. He was looking really strong, really confident. He did a great final swim as well. So wonderful to see Andreas taking that speed from the 200-metre obstacles here into a 50 carry. He really had the perfect touch on the wall there. He's got a beautiful big long stroke. And you can see he has the straight arm out of the water. Just got the touch there. Very, very tight. 30.65 ahead of 30.74. Andreas ahead of Aidan Borman from South Africa. And the South African team actually have the 2nd and 3rd qualifiers at the moment, with Aidan Borman in 2, Anthony Peters in 3. So very, very tight racing, but we still have 3 heats yet to come.
Yep. So what have we got? 24 athletes left that will try to annihilate that time. Heat 6, underway very shortly.
Yeah, and I was going to say, one to watch in here, the gentleman on screen, Francesco Ippolito from Italy in lane 4. He took out the medley yesterday, did an incredible swim, the 100 medley. He's already got a world championship. He's already got a gold medal. Can he add to that tally here in the 50 carry? Expecting big things for him. Also, Chris Dawson will be in lane 5, so a little closer to our screen. Francesco and Chris Dawson will be in the yellow lanes.
Middle of the pool will be the one to watch. So I also got Julian Moist from Switzerland, Felix Hoffmann, Germany, Guilherme Rosalind from Brazil, and then in lane 6 we've got Japanese Shin Nishiyama, Roller Stotzer from Netherlands, and Martin van Latham from Belgium.
Yeah, we can see we are getting stronger and faster as we move through these heats here. So wonderful to see the full heats lining up as well. We've had very few withdrawals from the Lifesaving World Championships, which you would absolutely expect. Everybody wants to be a part of this. Everybody wants to be here, and everyone would love to make this 50 carry a final. So just looking at the leaderboard at the moment, 32.24 is what is required. 32.24 to make the A final. 3 heats yet to swim. As we see the crew line up, all eyes in lane 4. Francesco Ippolito won the medley, would love to add to that tally here in the 50 carry, but he needs to get through the heats first.
So in the starter's hands, ready to go, like you said, Francisco Ippolito there through the middle there.
Chris Dawson had a really, really great start, but have a look how quickly Francesco is up. His stroke rate is just phenomenal. And really early down as well for Francisco. We'll see where he comes up. Yeah, fantastic swimming there. Top of the pool there. He's in the first of the yellow lanes. Chris Dawson next to him trying to regain some time there, but it is all Italy at the moment. This is going to be fast. You can see how low in the water he carries the mannequin as well. Love seeing these different.
28.
22. That is flying. Francisco Ippolito really continuing that great form from yesterday as well. He won the medley. Look how calm, collected and confident he looks at the moment. He had a job. He executed. Tick that one off. I'd say he's definitely in the A final with a swim like that.
So that's the gold medal. That's the gold medal swim
from the last World Championships. Yes.
Crazy stuff. But it was interesting just on that replay, just the angle that he came up with on that pickup. It's not as straight up as you've seen most of it because he's got that strength and that speed through there. But coming up, it was roughly about 45 degrees and trying to, I guess, because if we're coming up slower, we're already moving forward. Mm-hmm.
And just seeing the correction come through now, it's a 28.11 for Francisco Ippolito. Fantastic swimming there. Chris Dawson, under 29 as well, 28.81. He will be happy with that result, 28.81. Anytime you're under the 29 mark, fantastic result as well. And especially when we compare this to the previous results, the previous World Championships, we are getting faster and faster. So Danny's record, 27.27, could be under a little bit of pressure come the final this afternoon.
Wouldn't it be nice to see it broke in a heat this morning? That would be unbelievable to get it all happening.
But the men lining up already on the screen at the moment is Jake Smith. He is the defending champion next to Harry Hines, the world record holder in the 100 toe. Another fast race expected here. They are in the starters' hands and away.
So the two Australian boys next to each other, is that going to help them through this race, Jen?
Oh, there is no help in a 50 carry. You just have to dive in, go your fastest and hope for the best. And then you just look at the scoreboard at the end, see where you're at. But with racing like this, I'm so excited that we've got Conradi Grocco from France. That is the white cap in lane 3. Next to him, that is Jake Smith, showing why he is the world champion in this event. Harrison Hines, the other yellow cap, just needs to get that hand to the wall. But Jake Smith, what a way to start. This is fantastic racing. This is what we want to see.
28.22 again.
Exactly the same time that he won last year's, the 2022 World Championships in. That is a fantastic sign of the form that Jake Smith is in at the moment.
Form is going to be key in this because everything needs to be perfect. Mm-hmm. So with the training, the little nuances in there, like how important is it to go through as many pickups as you can, but not under duress, so that you actually are keeping the correct form going through? Because sometimes when we get a bit tired, right, I guess errors can come in, or we can get a little bit of sloppiness with our stroke.
Absolutely, and I think what a lot of these men and women would have been practicing is not only the swimming when you're fresh, but you do need to know how to swim under duress. And I think of those athletes who are going to back up next week for the inter-club competition as well. They're going to be absolutely exhausted. They will have done upwards of about 40 races by the time they get to that point. So seeing the incredible races like Francisco Ippolito, Jake Smith, Chris Dawson, they are 1, 2 and 3 in the qualifications so far for a reason. Wonderful to see them up the pointy end at the moment. The times that we are seeing consistently here, it is now a 30.13 to make the A final. That is Shun Nishiyama from Japan, pushing Felix Hoffman into the B final. But have a look at the lineup for this 8th and final heat. We've got Adrian Buwitz from Germany in 1, Bartosz Markowski from Poland in 2, Raul Marek Spooner Rosa from Spain, Fergus Eadie, the big man from New Zealand, 3rd at the last World Championships, did a 27.48 at the Aussie Championships in this very pool just a few weeks ago. Simone Locci from Italy is in the mix, Mateusz Gabski from Poland, Sangpak Ho from Hong Kong, and Amr Salam from Zaray from Iran. So big field assembled, big men are in the house, A finals births beckon.
World record, I'm calling it.
Well, Fergus Eadie would love to agree with you, Simone Locci as well. We've seen the Italians, they are so strong with fins and with a mannequin in their hands. They are unstoppable.
I can feel something in the air. I'm feeling something building in this last moment. Heat number 8 for the mannequin carry.
I'm excited as well that we have 2 of our Polish competitors in the mix here. They've already won a gold medal in that 4x50 obs yesterday. Casper took the win in the 200 obs. Full of confidence. They know they're on form. They're loving being part of the Gold Coast. They're loving being on the Gold Coast. They love the weather. They love the food. They are swimming fast.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Something spectacular is going to happen in this next 27 seconds. Not yet.
I'm getting so nervous, Harold.
I'm trying to build it. I'm even going to stand up. So starters' hands.
So in lane 4 is Fergus Eady, so he will be the top of the 2 yellow lines there, and Simone Locci from Italy is in the second of the yellow lanes there, the bottom of your screen. And the nerves, they're tough in here, but Harold, imagine out on pool deck at the moment, the boys just being held up on the start, being held on the blocks here. Could be good, could be bad, but as an athlete, you need to be resilient and just adapt to these changing circumstances.
Well, this is why we're going to see the world record broken, because the angst is now that little bit higher. The heart rate is going to be firing away nice and fast. And then Fergus or Simone is going to have to switch back on, execute. The crowd will be watching it too. So, and probably one thing that we're not picking up on the pictures is how many people are actually poolside watching these races. We're in the starters' hands. Jen, take us through it. It's on.
Alrighty, and it was our Iranian competitor in 8th, the last to head down. A nice even start across the pool. We can see Iran the first up as well. Middle of the pool, Simone Locci looking very, very good. Fergus Eady, though, will come through in the closing stages. Fergus the first to head down for his mannequin as well. Who is going to service? Who wants this the most? I think that is going to be Fergus Eady, top of screen at the moment. Have a look at those arms fly. That mannequin is absolutely buried. Fergus is flying 20. Oh my gosh, we saw him do a 27.4 at the world it's a 27.
Let's go!
27.2. He's up on the lane ropes. That is what we want to see. Love acclaim 27.20. We think that is Danny Wick's record of 27.27. We thought it might fall in the finals. It has fallen in the heats. Fergus Eady has made a huge statement to the rest of the world. He's been so strong already this World Championships, and he has established his dominance now, breaking one of the oldest world records in the books. Danny Wick was fantastic. He was an absolute superstar, but we have a new champion in the house. This one meant a lot. The Black Fins will be exploding on pool deck. 27.20. Fergus Eady, your new world record holder. Harold, are you okay?
I've got sweat on my head. That was. We've actually witnessed history. I've never witnessed a world record before. That is insane. But he got down so early on that. This was perfect. 27.2. Is that what we were looking at? Get out of here.
We're thinking it's a 27.2. Just waiting for that to come through now. And it's official. It's in live heats. 27.
And the crowd's gone up. Can I go out there?
Go, Harold. Don't forget your microphone. Alrighty, we are back live now. Yes, the celebrations continued. Harold's doing cartwheels out on pool deck at the moment. Fergus Eady is loving this result, saluting the crowd as well he should. All of our athletes should be celebrated for the incredible results that they are achieving here at the Lifesaving World Championships. But Fergus Eady, take a bow. This is what we want to see. This is who we want to talk to. This is how we want to celebrate. We have seen history made again here at the Lifesaving World Championships. Fergus Eady joining Nina Holt, Casper from Poland, Zoe Crawford, Maddie Kidd, Nina Holt again, Harrison Hines, Fergus Eady. They have all set world records here at the World Championships. This is absolutely incredible. History is being made. 27.20. Fergus Eady, the Black Fins. So proud of this man right now, as well they should be. And Harold is down on pool deck with our newest world record holder.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a world record holder. Fergus Eady, that was nuts. You were held up on the blocks. What was going through your mind before the start of that race?
Sort of stood down, legs were shaking a bit. Whistle went, so damn it. So I got off, shaking a bit more, but sort of just calmed myself down, looked down the lane, tunnel vision, focused on myself. That's what got me through it.
Got down nice and early. The pickup was absolutely perfect and coming through. Did you feel like you were thereabouts on that 27.2?
I thought it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. So
the best, mate. The best ever.
So happy, man. So happy. And to have all my family here, do it in front of them, it's special.
So let's talk about sacrifices going through with the family, all the work that's gone into making you the fastest man in the history of that event.
It's unbelievable. And honestly, I would not be here without them. You know, their support day in, day out, everything they do for me. This is not just for me, but it's for them.
It is for everyone. Congratulations. Go recover. A little bit of slice of heaven there for the boys. Go the Kiwis. So good. Congratulations, mate.
Oh, fantastic work, Harold. So excited that you ran out on pool deck. That is something very special to celebrate with Ferguson. As he mentioned as well, his family in the stands, the Blackfins, will be celebrating long and hard for that incredible achievement. Fantastic work, Fergus Eadie. I still can't believe that time, 27.20. And a huge congratulations to Fergus, not only with that world record, but the fastest qualifying time for the A final later today. Francisco Ippolito from Italy is in 2. Jake Smith, the defending world champ, in 3. Simone Locci from Italy. Chris Dawson, the fellow Blackfin, in 5. Raul Marek Suna, Rosa Konreki Groko from France. And Harrison Hines sneaks into that A final. A time of 29.17 was required, and a 27.20 to break the world record.
I think I've got the shakes as well. That was the energy on pool deck is unlike anything I've felt at a pool rescue event. That was absolutely insane. It's not just New Zealand going from it; the whole pool is going unbelievable. Fergus, so good.
And I think that's what I do love about our Lifesaving community, the village that we've gathered here for the Lifesaving World Championships. This is not just Fergus's victory nor his family's victory. The entire pool. I know, Harold, I need you to just get in the fetal position for a moment. We'll bring you back in a moment. But the fact that everyone would be celebrating that incredible result, everyone got to witness a very, very special piece of history and celebrate with Fergus and his family in that moment.
Yeah, grandstand going off, so much cheering. And just the pure elation of the coaches just having that final embrace post-world record. Fastest person ever.
Stop it. I'll tear up in a second.
So, it's crazy. Because everyone's like, oh, it's really good that I've done well. Like, no, not well, the best. You've literally done the best ever.
Ever. So just thinking back, Danny Vick did have that record. We're looking at it again already. This is what we want to see. This one's for you, Fergus. We wanted to see it again. You can see him in the middle of the pool, the black cap. Look at the gap that he had on the rest of the pool here. And I hope we get to see this finish. Look at that. You said it really was the perfect race. He gets that big touch on the wall and straight up on the lane rope we want. And that's what he says. Blackfins, this one's for you.
So amazing to watch. Look at that.
It's like looking in a mirror, isn't it, Harold?
Whose mirror?
Gets the biceps out as well. He should. 27.20 to claim the record. And just thinking back, Danny Vick from Germany, the superstar, he first set the world record of 28.64 in July of 2014. He broke it 4 more times to land at 27.27, and he actually held 22 world records across team and individual events in his career. Danny Vick, one of the best to ever do it. He won 23 gold medals at the World Championships. But now, Fergus Eadie, 27.20, we have a new champion.
All right, so let's move forward to this afternoon when we get to the final, Jen. So the world record has been set. Surely the rest of the 7 boys thought, we've got a little bit more in us. Or was that demoralising for them?
No, not at all. I think this will lift them as well as we see some wonderful replays of the races earlier today. And Harold, what was really special yesterday, we saw some incredible performances. Both Harrison Hines and Nina Holt, they broke world records in the heats and they broke it again in the final. So what we're seeing is not unprecedented. It could happen again, and it may not be Fergus Eadie. When we look at the quality of the field that has been assembled here at the Lifesaving World Championships, there were definitely specific events that we were excited about, that we were targeting, where we felt that something special may happen. To see that unfold now, to see you predict a world record in that heat, Harold, you and your crystal ball on fire.
Well, that's why they brought me here, Jen. I said I could feel something in my waters. There was something in the air. And it's
really, really special to see this, to have it happen right in front of us right now. As we see some of these highlights just rolling out, there's so many special moments to remember, to appreciate and to relive. And we are only a day and a half into the speed events here at the pool. From here, we will go to the beach tomorrow and on Sunday as well, where we will see a whole new set of skills and a few new athletes enter the fray as well. I always love watching the beachies in the sprints and the flags, the beach relays as well. And it really shows the depth and the strengths of the teams that have been assembled. So for a National Teams World Championship, you can pick 6 men and 6 women. Between that team, you need to cover 43 events. 43 events with 2 individuals in every individual event. So it's really, really tough just to select a team with that strength. I'm sorry, I just want to watch Fergus again. I just want to watch him celebrate. It's phenomenal, 27.20. We saw a 151 in the obs yesterday from Casper. We saw Nina do incredible things in the Medley. Harry lowering the world mark significantly in the 100 toe. Some really special things happening on pool deck. And this man on screen right now, Fergus Eady, he's in the thick of it.
Full thick of it. And what we talk about culture, and getting the club and everyone bringing together, but there's something special about the Kiwis and our New Zealand counterparts from across the ditch. It's something about the way in which they can embrace the culture, and they call it mana. So it's that extra level of respect, love for your family, to be able to come through and be as one to achieve something like that. It's truly amazing.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of the credit there needs to go to a man called Steve Kent, one of the long-time superstars of the Black Fins. He's actually the New Zealand campaign lead for Lifesaving World Championships 2024. So that means he's been the driving force with a significant support staff, to give credit where it's due. But Steve Kent has been in charge of building the Kiwi team, building the Black Fins to really come to race fearlessly at the Lifesaving World Championships. They are delivering in spades, and the message that they've really given to their athletes, they've been doing this in their media, in their socials, in their talks, it's all about being fearless. They said, go fearless into your racing, and I think that is what Fergus Eady has just shown us as well. Steve was an Olympian back in London 2012, and he actually raced for New Zealand at 7 World Championships. 7. He's an absolute superstar. I love seeing Steve on the pool deck here. His passion and his enthusiasm is infectious, and to see him I can't even imagine what he is feeling right now, to see not only a team that he's been a part of, but a team that he absolutely loves coming together, arriving at the World Championships, making their intentions very, very clear, and delivering. They are delivering here, and they are being rewarded for the hard work and the commitment that they have made to each other.
He's helped build it, right? So, the foundation of getting that through was just something completely special, and again, it's such a privilege for us to be able to watch that event transpire. Finals later on this afternoon, but back to the pool now. This is where the strength of the squad comes into it, Jen. We've got the 4 by mannequin carry, and this is going to be tough.
Yeah, the 4x25, one of the absolute speed events on the program. The top of the screen here, you'll see the team from China. Then we have Czechia, Poland, Spain, Belgium, Switzerland, and Great Britain. Coming into the final changeover now, you can see lots of legs in the water here. There is a changeover zone in the middle of the pool where the athletes need to pass the mannequin from one to the other. And we have got quite the finish here. We've only got 3 heats for the 4x25, so we are expecting that there will be athletes in this first race that will likely qualify for the A final later today. So wonderful that we are keeping this progress moving, and that looks to be the team from Belgium, Marine Hartze, Bo van der Plas, Nila van der Bel, and Aurélie Romanini, a time of 1:20.92, just ahead of Spain, who clocked 1:20.07. So Belgium, the team to beat so far. They have been so strong in these events. Their technique is on point.
Now, technique is going to be the thing. So talk us through the changeover there, Jen. So we've got that tiny little, what is it, like 3.5 metres, 5 metres?
Towards 10 metres in total.
For the changeover?
Yep. Which means that there is a little bit of room there, but when you think of the length of a person, the weight of a mannequin, that actually gets eaten up very, very quickly. You can see the ladies in the water there, hands above the water, showing very, very clearly that they are not providing pushing assistance. That touch on the wall, Belgium 1:20.92, very, very quick. They will be very happy with that race. Spain just behind, Poland in third.
So with that changeover in that 10-metre area, important that the mannequin can only go sideways or backwards, not forwards. Is that correct?
Well, the mannequin can go forward. You can give it a little bit of a nudge as well, but you cannot lose contact with the mannequin, and that's really, really important. We do talk about, working within the rules, bending them where you can, but you cannot break them. And so I love watching different teams innovate and try different things for those changeovers. We've seen some incredible speed. The judges have their work cut out for them trying to get eyes on all of these. But 4x25 mannequin relay, so there's those 2 5-metre changeover zones. And those athletes will work to their strengths. When we think about the team compositions, we will have some of our beach athletes lining up now as well, some of our Ironmen and Ironwomen, our board paddlers, our ski paddlers. There might even be a few beachies in the mix here, doing it for the team, bringing the strength here. Talking about strength, watch out for Team Italy and New Zealand in this race.
So heat 2 of 3. So we've got Sweden, South Africa, Hong Kong, Italy, New Zealand, Japan, America. So we've got lanes 1 through 7. So 7 in this one. Exciting times. What's the lead time at the moment? I do apologise.
Lead time from Belgium was 1:20.80, 0.03 ahead of Spain. A fantastic finish in heat number 1, expecting the same here. And you can really see the different approaches there as well in how the ladies position the mannequin on the wall. But have a look at the speed off the wall here. Italy and New Zealand, as expected. New Zealand took out the 4x50 OBS relay yesterday. They've already got some speed on the board, but it was Italy who took the mixed Lifesaver relay yesterday. Oh, have a look at that changeover for Italy. That was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. And just trying to get the swimmer up to, I guess, as close to maximum speed. So it's similar to, I guess, your running relays, right? You want to be having some sort of forward momentum when you're getting that mannequin, changing it within that 10-metre spot, and a solid lead at the moment for, is it the key? Oh, Italy.
No, Italy in 1. And I think I just saw Sara Tazaki from the Japanese team coming through. And again, another one of our top iron women. But it is all Italy at the moment. Watching the crew come through here, this is what we are here to see. This is what we expected in heat number 2. But looking at the start list as well, Japan doing well. Hong Kong in the mix. Loving watching their techniques. Italy is now away. New Zealand into that final one. Japan, fantastic racing here. Japanese team is going to record a fantastic time here. Hernadi Marchi, I believe that is in action at the moment. So again, the team's working their strengths and weaknesses, but Italy,
wow,
you do not see that sort of gap in the racing here. Hong Kong as well in lane 3 are going to come through for a fantastic time. Hong Kong, second overall here, 1:24.28. That is quick. So Italy, 1:19.53 for them. Belgium 1:20, Spain 1:20, Hong Kong 1:24. Fantastic racing across the board. And New Zealand, they will be 7th overall here, 1:25.19. Czechia holding on to that A qualifying spot. Czechia, a time of 1:32.25. Keen to see what happens. And this is the changeover for Italy. That was absolutely phenomenal. We see the 2 to 3. This is the tough one. Flipping that mannequin 180. It is tough to do it with that dead weight there. But Italy, no dramas for them. Really impressed with Japan, but more impressed Hong Kong. 4th fastest qualifier so far.
Yep, one more heat to go. Now, technicality and team composition.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be any team changes with the swimmers? Will they try to look to just qualify to get into that A final, or are we still putting our best 4 out there each time?
I want to say it's the best 4 each time because the changeovers are quite technical here. You really want to make sure that your people who are starting regularly, they're strong on the start. The 1 to 2 changeover, who's on the wall for the 2 to 3, that is really tough. We can see some of our athletes starting to make their way down the pool now, and loving seeing some of our Iron Men, our Iron Women. And for the people who aren't as familiar with these races, who don't do them as part of their regular programming, you really want to give them the confidence of, this is your spot, this is who you receive a mannequin from, this is who you give it to. You really want to nail those changeovers. So no, I don't think there'd be too much changes within teams along the day.
So the ladies about to make their way to the changeover there. So we can see the Australian duo there, Chelsea Jones and Surf Lifesaving Ocean Woman. I'm calling it Ocean Woman now. I'm not calling it an Iron Man.
Yes, we are at the ILS events.
The Ocean Woman, Naomi Scott. Probably had, if she decided to stick with pool from about 15 or 16, no doubt would have been close to making a couple of Dolphins teams.
Well, it was wonderful to see Naomi in action yesterday. She was in the B final for the 200 obstacles, did an incredible swim there. Her last 25, I was so impressed by. I had a quick chat to her yesterday. She absolutely flew. The girls getting ready. So top of your screen, we have Austria, Argentina, Australia, Germany, France, Netherlands, Canada, and Singapore. Singapore chasing a top 8 spot here.
1:19.30 is the benchmark at Uno Momento, which is Spanish for one moment. I'm here all day, Jen.
Alrighty, so here we see France are the defending champions in this event from the 2022 World Championships. They did an incredible time of 1:17.86. Have a look at Germany fly in the middle of the pool. France next to them, the defending world champions. You would expect for them to be out very, very quickly coming into this changeover zone. Germany have nailed that change, as have Australia next door. France still in the mix here, but Germany, look at that stroke rate. That is impressive.
And that kick too, that is absolutely moving some water. You just see the variances there for how much more water is getting moved from Germany out in front. So much white water behind, solid leg drive on that changeover, wall touch, mannequin changeover, strong push off the wall from Germany.
So good. Australia's still in the mix, holding level with France at the moment. That's Mariah Jones in the pool. Naomi Scott did an incredible job for the team there. But wowee, Germany so strong. France with a little bit of work to do. I want to say if the girls can nail their final changeovers. And did you see the push off the bottom there as well?
That's the innovation we're talking about.
It's allowed. You're allowed to do that. And we can see Germany coming in for a very fast time here. The world record is a 1:16.89. It's held by the French team, who are also the defending champions in this event. We are about to see some quick times starting to come through here. This is what we're here for, a 1:16.53. I think that could be another world record.
Can you say that one more time with a bit more energy? Because that's another world record broken, ladies and gentlemen.
In the heats, my God.
Sound the alarm, sound the bell, sound whatever sound we've got, because we've just witnessed another one.
We just need
Disbelief.
to make sure. I know, we're looking at that time. She's like, did I just break another world record? I keep doing this. Nina Holt, yeah, she gives the big thumbs up, as well she should. She's saying, what do I do? What do I do? Is it official?
Yeah, let's go.
There it goes. They've realised that now. Their changeovers, their technique was absolutely phenomenal. The acceleration that they showed in every single leg of that race. Germany on fire, doing incredible things. And you can see Nina Holt on screen. That could be, I think, her third world record of the day. Yep, she gives the sharkers. That's what we want to see. We'll bring you that team in a moment. Just waiting for these results to be official.
Well, I'm going to go pool deck.
I was going to say, you've gone regardless, so all the best, Harold. And this is the changeover that we'd love to see here, that push off the bottom of the pool, and that is the long arms of Nina Holt coming through. She touches the wall. This is where we were wondering, I wonder what happens next. Was that a good swim? I think it was a good swim. Nina Holt, it was an absolutely phenomenal swim, waiting for that to come through. It is now official. The German team, a time of 1:16.53. That is a new world record for the 4x25 mannequin relay. The team from France held that since 2022. They set that record in St. Malo, 1:16.89. But now the Germans come through, an incredible team. This is what we want to see. This is what we're here for. The team of Lena Opperman, Undine Lauwald, Nina Holt, and Alicia Gebhardt. Kai Sherva is going to be doing cartwheels in the stands as well. He should. He's been coaching this incredible team. They held their staging camp at Maroochydore in the lead up to this World Championships. They have executed this race. Their planning, their preparation, absolutely perfect, and rewarded now with a world record of 1:16.53. France coming through in second, 1:19.5. Australia, 1:23.30. So just looking at the leaderboard overall, so Germany with that wonderful world record will qualify in first, ahead of Italy, France, Belgium, Spain, Australia, Hong Kong, and Poland. That is your top 8. Poland, a time of 1:24.56. And that is 4 seconds faster than the A qualifying time from 2022, a drop of 4 seconds between these World Championships as we see this incredible team celebrating now. Lena Opperman, Undine Lauwald, Nina Holt and Alicia Gebhardt hustled over to the media area. Harold is very, very keen for a chat and to celebrate with these incredible athletes. 1:16.53. What a time, what a result, what a team. Your new world record holders.
World record number 2 for the morning. Nina's third one of the event. Ladies, congratulations. Did you think you had enough to break that world record?
No, we were pretty shocked that we broke it because it's a prelim, so let's wait for the finals, I guess.
So can we go faster?
Maybe. I don't think we pushed it to the limit because, of course, it's a prelim and we want to be...
Hey, what? So we've broken the world record on a warm-up swim. You've got more in the tank.
I hope so, but these 3 ladies are incredible and I love to swim with them. So I was sure that we can go nearby, but that we break it in the prelims, I wasn't thinking that.
All right, so rest up. This afternoon, you're going to break it again. We heard that first. That was a guarantee.
Et encore, non. Il n'a pas le droit de le mettre devant lui avant le 22-5.
your new world record holders. Big round of applause at home, ladies and gentlemen. This was amazing.
Oh, fantastic work, Harold, and congratulations again, Lena, Undine, Nina and Alicia. Fantastic work. A new world record, a time of 1:16.53, the second world record that we've seen set here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre for the Lifesaving World Championships for 2024. Absolutely phenomenal. Harold is loving being back at the pool, being able to celebrate with these incredible athletes, and there is no rest at all because we are ready for the heats for the 4x25 mannequin relay for the men. In heat number 1, we have Singapore, China and South Korea in lanes 3, 4 and 5. The men are just lining up now, grabbing their mannequins, securing them, making sure we are ready for a start. And again, you can see the different techniques being used by the different teams here. Ready for a start. Singapore, China and Korea need to rest, recover, bring the energy back. Harold, how much do you love the German team? They're just wonderful.
We can go faster.
We can go faster. I think we could. I love the confusion of Nina when she touches the wall and she's like, I don't know, did that just happen?
Well, it was only, in quotation marks, a prelim swim, so... Yeah.
And imagine the confidence that they'll have now in terms of they know they've got the skills, they know they've got the speed, they know they've got the strength of the team around them as well. You can tell how much they're enjoying their time here at the Lifesaving World Championships. I think they will fly this afternoon.
Yeah, and the funny, so the vibe was completely different to that world record being broken as opposed to earlier, because it just seemed that was a little bit more elementary, right? That's what they were supposed to do, and they've done it.
It's a prelim, Harold. And we can see now the men in action. The first of the 4x25s. Have a look at this. Middle of the pool, China. An incredible swim here. They have got a solid 3 body lengths on the rest of the field coming in for this very important turn. And this is where the German team, of course, incredible individual athletes, very, very fast, but their skills. And then, as I said, they were playing it safe. They're within the boundaries. They weren't pushing it too hard to still record that incredible time. Very much looking forward to that final as the Chinese team come through. This is going to be a fantastic swim here and a great heat swim. I think we have...
4 heats.
Four
heats.
Yes.
We have 4 heats. And it's good to see the officials down at the far end of the changeover. Thumbs up everywhere, so we're all clear and clean.
That is what we want to see.
Most definitely in the relay. But China's going to put something on the board nice and early. So we're going to be looking at a time at about 1:16.
That is quick. That is really fantastic. The qualifying for the A final in last World Championships was a 1:11, but that's a really strong start for the Chinese team. And it is tough to swim out by yourself as well. It's only 25 metres. It's really just head down and go. But interesting to see. I'd love to see them being able to do this race with a few more teams around them, really pushing them along. But for now, China, fantastic start for them, jumping onto the leaderboard, 1:16.08. The time there, 1:16.08.
It's a great changeovers there, but you talk about the technicalities. So we saw the German team pushing off from the bottom, possibly a little bit more faster, but that does increase the risk of a drop mannequin. Then once that's done, it's all over. Yep,
high risk, high reward, and this is where the teams may choose to push things a little further in the final, or they may stay a little bit safer to make sure they secure that World Championship. But China, 1:16.08, fantastic start here. 3 heats yet to run here. We can see the next of our heats lining up already. In heat number 2, at the top of the screen, you can see there we will have the USA in lane 1, Ireland in 2, Germany in 3, Netherlands in 4, Belgium in 5, Japan in 6, and Czechia in 7. And for the German team lining up now, Harold, that would have been wonderful for them. They didn't have long to celebrate with the girls after that incredible world record swim. The German team, very tight-knit, very supportive. They would have loved to have stayed and celebrate, but they need to stop, refocus, and they are back on pool deck now. They are in lane number 3 for heat 2 for the 4x25.
So exciting times. Good vibes out on the deck. Heat 2 of 4 underway very, very shortly. I'm still a little bit blown away at how fast these mannequins are getting removed and reset. So we're in, away, and ready to go.
Yep, shout out to Craig Williams, Stan Homer, the incredible team from Surf Lifesaving Queensland and the organising committee as well. They've really perfected this art of pool setting up. And even, we saw that even from the circ. The amount of time that they were, the speed at which they were resetting the circ as well. Considering that we had heats and finals on the first day of competition, they turned that one around. But here we go, that is the team from Germany on screen at the moment. Netherlands, there we see Rolly there in the bright orange cap, ready for a start. they are way off. And I love that you can see immediately that kick comes through there. And the team from Japan, what a start from them in lane 6. Very, very quick. A nice little half body length on the rest of the field. That's Rolly from the Netherlands with a slight butterfly kick as well. Oh, we're seeing more of the off the bottom pushing. This is what I like to see.
Yeah, so interesting. I'm really loving this too, Jen. So we need to be efficient out of the water, but we also need to be innovative, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. Top of the screen,
Germany, they've seen the women break the world record. They are fired up. They are ready for this racing now. Quick changeovers there. Yep, they have secured the mannequin, as has the team from the Netherlands, but it is all Germany at the moment, inspired by those incredible women setting a world record just now. Coming through, this final changeover is so crucial. Oh, no. Germany, a little bit of drama there, and that has allowed the Netherlands to take the lead here. That is really tough luck for the German team. We now have the Netherlands, Japan and Belgium moving through the field. Have a look at the Japanese team as well. I am loving their men, and the women have been working so hard. Cirque champions, 4x25, looking very, very good. And it is the team from the Netherlands capitalising on that mistake from the German crew to take the win in heat number 2.
Huge mistake, huge error there. And we'll see that on the changeover when we get to the underwater footage there. But wow, everything needs to be calm, but you've still got to be perfect on that, and unfortunately not much luck there for the Germans. But Netherlands 109.20, that was great. But like you said, Germany got out so well. Great changeover for changeover number.
That changeover there was phenomenal.
Number 1, 2 was okay as well.
And 2 to 3.
And 3 to 4 was where that issue was, and we could just see this here. Jen, talk us through it.
Here we go, pushing off the bottom of the pool there. We can see the mannequin as soon as it goes down a little bit there, but I really want to give some credit to the Netherlands team here. He hit the wall there, big smiles, big thumbs up in a moment to the team. Yeah, that deserves a fist bump. So the Netherlands team, they've recorded a time of 109.20. To put that into perspective, at the last World Championships they went a 112.40. They have dropped 3 seconds in 2 years. They have assembled an incredible team here. 109.06 on the board now, we can see. Over 3 seconds improvement in 2 years. Yeah, so what a team.
Yeah, so you said the team of Rolly Stolzer, Ruben Koophoff, Seth Van Hoften and Tom Vassen van Versteeg. That's the 4 fast gentlemen. We had the team from Japan, 111.47, so good. And in that team, who we had Royano Sukohanda, Kodai Azawa, Ryo Yuna, and Shun Nishiyama. That was pretty swift, 111.47 too, so that would have been enough for a top 8.
Oh, absolutely. The Japanese actually move into second position overall now, so it is 1 is Netherlands, 2 Japan, 3 Belgium. Germany still in 4th, China in 5, Ireland, Czechia and United States in 8. So only 1 heat yet to swim, I believe. No, 2 to go.
2 to go. Now, excuse my ignorance.
I ran out of fingers.
If Germany were to hopefully turn it on in a B final, should they make the B final, can they still win the title?
No, you can only win the World Championship final if you are in an A final. If they set a world record, that would absolutely be recognised. However, the winners have to come from the A final. On screen at the moment, you can see another of our ocean athletes stepping up for the Blackfins, Joe Collins. Absolutely phenomenal iron competitor. We've seen him in the Iron Series. He's over in Australia 4 times now. He is lining up for the 4x25 mannequin relay. This is what it takes to be not only a blackfin, but this is what it takes to represent your country. You need to do things that make you a little bit uncomfortable. You need to step up for the team. And I love seeing our iron men, our iron women, our board paddlers, our ski paddlers, our sprinters. They are in the water. They are stepping up for their teams because they want to be a part of the Lifesaving World Championships.
And this is the part where you want to try and minimise the risk. So they'll start him off on the wall, getting a solid push off there because that's the fastest he's going to be whilst they're out there. And then it's just that little changeover, minimal damage, just get out there nice and quick. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't want to say it's an easy changeover, but it's probably easier for those athletes that are less experienced with the pool lifesaving competition. And I say that as a pool lifesaving competitor that was also put first in the relay where I could do the least amount of damage. But have a look at the speed off the start here. This is interesting. This is what we want to see. The team from Spain, I love their swim caps. You can always pick them. Great Britain as well, a few lanes over. Fantastic starts.
Yeah, Spain really strong through the middle there, just waiting for those next changeovers. Not too much damage at the moment, but 1, 2 and 3 looking really strong. So what have we got? Lanes 3, 5 and 6.
3, 5 and 6, that's Great Britain, Spain and Switzerland as well. Switzerland have been doing some incredible things in their changeovers. I've been loving watching their training, their innovation. Jump on their Instagram as well. They are led now by Eleanor Prell, one of the all-time superstars. She raced for Italy back in the day, held records in the 50, the medley and the super Lifesaver. She's now coaching the Swiss team, and have a look at them fly. They are neck and neck with Spain coming into the final changeover.
So no issues there at the moment with Spain, and also Switzerland working really strong. Solid leg kick, but we're going to watch New Zealand come into it. So the strength of the squad is where it's at, waiting for the last little bodies to get through. And New Zealand's going to take this one out. A couple more strokes through there, and they're going to qualify in a low time of 1:9.53.
Yeah, that is fantastic. New Zealand really working their way through the pool. They back-ended the strength of their team. Joe Collins did a fantastic job for the crew coming through in that first leg there, but they have built through the race. They were definitely third or fourth at one point there, but again, this is where the strength of the team, we can see the big man there, Fergus Eadie, he's just taken out the world record in the 50 carry, backing up now for the team. 25 metres mannequin carry, not going to bother him as well, but always great to get that one out of the way and to get through safely for the team.
So 1:09.53 fastest in at the moment, Jen, I believe. The Netherlands 1:09.06. So when we're looking overall, so 1:09.06 for Netherlands in one at the moment. Top 8 is going to cancel out at 1:13.07. That's the German team. So they were flying, but they won't be flying into an A final anytime soon with one more heat to go.
One more heat to go. We'll grip you that lineup in just a moment. But New Zealand, fantastic racing. I don't want to say it's a fantastic recovery because they planned that strategically. They made the best decisions for the team with the tools that they had available. They've been rewarded here, a 1:09.53. Very, very solid to get through here. Now we just await the results for this fourth and final heat to determine the A and B finals that will be run later today.
Yeah, so Joe Collins, Fergus Eadie, Lewis Clark, Chris Dawson. It would have been interesting to see the mindsets of especially Lewis and Fergus being the last two swimmers in there. Not usually going to be in that type of position, but how the mindset and would have been before that, knowing to not panic, but just still trust what we've been practicing the whole time, because we knew that that's where the speed was going to come through at that back end. Yeah,
if you've got Fergus Eadie as your fourth and final carrier here in the 4x25 mannequin relay, you could really give it to you. You could give quite a lead to many countries here. And speaking of our Ironmen and Ironwomen, Corey Fletcher on screen at the moment for the Australians. Look out for him on the beach. Very, very quick on the sand. Very quick in the pool as well, and he will be leading off for the Australians, lining up against the Italians in lane number 4.
And it's interesting. You can always tell who the ocean competitors are because they put their goggles on the outside of their cap.
That and the fact that they've all got sand in their bag as well. We can see everyone jumping in the water now. We were saying this is very similar to the line throw. You never want to be the first in the water. There's always some nerves around. Do I go? Was that whistle for me? Am I in now? I don't want to get disqualified. Wait for someone else to jump in.
Do they still do that if you jump in too early?
Oh, yeah. It's a highly technical event. We can see the athletes just getting ready. That's the far end of the pool. Here we go, ready for a start. Top of the screen, we'll have Austria, then Hong Kong, Poland, Italy, Australia, France, Iran and Argentina.
What's Italy got in the tank? There'll be something in there.
Italy have so much in the tank for this. The Germans actually have the world record for the open men, a 1:04, but already we can see Corey Fletcher doing a great job there, mixing it with the Italians. He just has to get to that halfway mark for that first changeover. In lane 3 as well, as expected, Poland doing very, very well. The changeover from Italy, though, have a look at the speed. They are accelerating now. Look at the kick on the Italian.
So strong. So we're at 1:09 at the moment, lowers what it's going to be. Italy leading us out. Australia holding on there at the moment. Then we've got lanes, 3 and 6. Just not too much in it at the moment. A finals where we need to be, but Italy out strong, comfortable at the moment. One more changeover to go, and they're going to secure their spot in that A final later this afternoon.
Out strong and absolutely accelerating coming into that final kick. And you could see their last swimmer there started to do a few little butterfly kicks before picking up that final mannequin. I think that'll be Harry Hines doing the final. Maybe that could be Jake with a butterfly kick, but we have got a race on our hands with 2 1:09 swims on the board already. What are we going to... 1:03.
Are you kidding?
I think it's another world record. I think the German team had a time of 1:04.04. Yeah, that sort of claim, that has to be another world record for the Italians. A time, we think, of 1:03.39. 1:03. That's
what, 0.7?
0.7 of a second off the old world record. Can you believe that? The German women have set a world record in the heats for the 4x25. The Italian men now a time of 1:03.39. What an incredible team. This is what we were here. This is what we wanted to see. The team of Francesco Ippolito, Fabio Pizzotti, Simone Locci and David Cremonini have combined in a time of 1:03.39 to demolish the previous world record held by the German team. Incredible racing. Fantastic to see.
Guess where I'm going. Or do you want to go?
No, you go. Go. Take your headset off. Don't hold the bottom of the microphone.
Thank you.
And this is where we get to see that incredible replay. And this is where the Italians really started to accelerate. They were incredible. They were a body length ahead at the halfway mark. These turns and these changes, absolutely phenomenal. We can see that final 3 to 4 changeover now. They were never challenged. Have a look at the lead they have on the rest of the field. That incredible finish as well. He touches, he turns around, and the fist goes up. What an incredible race. What a celebration. This is what we want to see. The Italians, they were so good. Yesterday they took out the mixed Lifesaver relay, and they have now set a world record in the qualifying of the 4x25 mannequin relay. Celebrations on pool deck. Harold will be in the middle of that in just a moment. And we take a look at where this sits in the overall standings, the leaderboard. Italy in 1, Australia 2, Netherlands 3, New Zealand in 4, Poland, Spain, France and Japan are in the A final. Their time of 1:11.47, just ahead of Belgium. Japan in the A final. Belgium will lead the B final. That will be held this afternoon. But the big story, 2 world records in 2 events here. The German women took out the 4x25 relay in qualifying. The Italian men responding now as well. An incredible time, making their way over to have a chat. They are very, very happy with that result as well. They should be. An incredible performance, and we continue to get bigger, better and faster here at the Lifesaving World Championships. Wonderful to celebrate these incredible athletes. Again, Francesco Ippolito, Fabio Pizzotti, Simone Locci, David Cremonini. What a race, what a team, what a swim. 1:03.39, your new world record for the 4x25 mannequin relay. And Harold is down on pool deck at the moment, just grabbing that Italian team, keen to be in the middle of that to celebrate their incredible achievements, their new world record, breaking the previous mark of 1:04.04. And here we go, Harold.
Let's
congratulations.
Go. World record number 3 broken this morning by the Italian male 4x25 mannequin carry. It was it magnifico, bellissimo, is that right? Fantastico. Unbelievable. How proud are you to represent your country and break that world record?
We are very proud to represent this country, and for this record is fantastic, and improve the record for 0.7 seconds.
0.7. That was so fast. Can you boys go faster in the final?
Yes, sure. We tried, of course.
They're going to try it later on this afternoon. Stick around on the live stream. Again, magnifico, fantastico. Let's go, Italia.
Oh, fantastic work, Harold. And congratulations again to the team from Italy, Francesco, Fabio, Simone and David. 1:03.39 to smash that previous world mark. I can't believe that we've seen such incredible performances. 3 world records already just in the heats on day 3 of the international teams competition. Harold, a very, very short break because we have the next competitors on the line. We are moving now to the 200-metre Super Lifesaver.
How confident are all these world record holders knowing that they're going to do it again this afternoon?
I know. Well, it's like having another opportunity just to swim, and the fact that they get to celebrate this with their teammates as well is very, very special. And you can really tell. I love as soon as there's 2 moments for me when they realise that they've broken the world record in the water, and when they all find each other on pool deck afterwards to really celebrate. It's something very, very special, and for us to be able to bring that to you on the live stream is very, very special.
So special, or magnifico. I'm trying to learn as much as I can from other nations, and I'm doing my best.
Fantastic. We're loving having you here, and we'll now bring you the Super Lifesaver event. So this is probably I know I'm speaking to Paul Lamont, one of our incredible Masters competitors who races for Terrigal, and he always compares this to the Ironman of the ocean.
Sorry?
He compares like a Super Lifesaver is similar to an Ironman event.
It's the Ocean
The
Man.
Ocean Man event. I'm sorry, I am at the World Championships now. In that it allows our competitors to showcase all the different elements of the races that you've seen so far across the championships. It's a 75-metre swim, at which point they head to the bottom of the pool. They will carry a mannequin with no fins 25 metres. At the halfway mark, they will put on their fins and tube. They will swim 50 metres. Then they will secure a mannequin with the tube and swim that back for 50 metres. So lots happening, very technical. You need to keep your speed and endurance up. Lots of things can go wrong in a Super Lifesaver, but this is one of the premier events of the day.
So 2:19 was the 2:19.88 was the mark at the World Champs in 2022. Can you just read out that world record again for me?
2:16.07. Medley from France, who is the defending world champion. She also took out the world title back in 2014. She first set the world record in 2014 as well. So she has been dominating Super Lifesaver competition for over a decade now. Medley, one of the absolute superstars of our sport. That time of 2:16.07, just incredible. Wonderful to have her back racing with us today.
And it will be fast, no doubt. So heat number 1 coming up. So what have we got? A couple, one from Austria, 2 from China. So it's Katarina Meyer. Good to see her on the international stage, along with Tang Menghui and Cheng Wanting from China.
Yep, so wonderful to see these 3 athletes lining up now, and you can actually see their fins and tubes just on the side of the blocks there. Now, it's up to the athletes to position their fins and tubes wherever they see fit and in whatever way makes it easiest and fastest for them to don both the tube and the fins. It can be on either side of the blocks based on their personal preference, generally on the side that they will be stroking with the mannequin to hit the wall.
Now, scrutineering is a big thing you spoke about, ensuring that everyone has the fins that are compliant. But how about just our officials making sure that the rope is still intact and strong and taut for these events?
Absolutely. We've got all the equipment out on pool deck at the moment. That has been tested significantly to make sure that we don't have any mishaps throughout the race. We also do have spares of the same technical equipment that we can bring in and out to make sure that all of our racing is as fair and equitable and consistent as possible.
Yeah, consistency is that key thing. So we're just waiting for the last of our competitors to get ready. Officials at the ready as well. And they'll be underway. So heat number 1, and we're making our way through 6 heats in this one, Jen.
6 heats in total, and we'll start to see a lot of very familiar faces and names come through here. So if we look through Magali, of course, the defending champion, the current world record holder, she's been in so many events already for the French team. We'll see Lucrezia Fabretti from Italy. She's already had 3rd place in the OBS and the medley. Undine Lauvaud, we saw her in that 4x25 world record-breaking team earlier. She was 3rd in the 100 toes. She's qualified also for the 100 carry later today. So a lot of our athletes really starting to come to the fore as they find their strengths in the events that they've really been targeting ahead of these Lifesaving World Championships.
So ladies, nearly ready. Now, with this race, we're looking at a little bit longer time, so it won't be as fast-paced on the changeovers, but these ladies are going to be at full exertion mode for about 2.5 minutes here. Heat number 1, I said 6, didn't I? It is, yes. 1:06 and we're away.
And it's not just the exertion for these ladies. Fantastic underwater work there as well from Chen Wanting from China. It's also that you need to stay focused and relaxed, as mentally relaxed as possible, because there's so much to think about in a Super Lifesaver. So at the moment in this first 75, they're just trying to pace it correctly. They know it's the start of the race, but you don't want to drop too far behind here. So got to pace this one really well. You'll see the mannequin, they'll swim over that, turn back to the 75-metre mark. So this is really where the 50 carry element of the race starts. So this is where they swim 25 and carry a mannequin 25 without fins to the end. And then it's another like 100 toe. So that's 50 with fins and a tube, clip up at the end and put it all together. So lots to think about. You've got to hold your nerve. You've got to stay calm, remembering there's so many opportunities to be disqualified as they come down now for the first pickup.
It's so important to save your legs up to this point, right? So you just see all 3 swimmers there were treating that more like a distance race. So just a tiny little flutter of the legs, trying to save anything in the tank, because this is where it gets ultra hard, getting that mannequin through, and then it's on that next changeover.
Yep, this is the really tough part now, and this is what I love watching, this element of the Super Lifesaver. This is where you know who can carry really well under duress, who can carry under fatigue, because this is where you can really either make up or lose a lot of ground. And the most technical of the changeovers coming up now. They have to touch the wall first before they can drop the mannequin, and then they will pick up their fins and tubes. So this is the really technical element, and you can see a few different fins being used here.
And trying to get them on at rapid pace is so difficult, right? So you've got to make sure you go there nice and quick, trying to leading us out at the moment.
Well, it's actually Katarina Meyer who's had an incredible fin on. She's up in lane number 3. She's actually out of shot at the moment. She got her equipment sorted very, very quickly, and she is away. She's got an incredible lead on the rest of the field. We can see she's nearly at the flags already. Her handler is waiting for her here. She needs to touch the wall. They will then release the mannequin, and this is where it's like the 100 toe. The tube goes over. You want to grab that on the first clip. She's done that beautifully. She is away now, 50 metres to home.
Yep, and really nice skills there. So just getting that little bit of a back scull in there whilst we're trying to clip up so we can get off the wall as quick as possible, noting that we have to get that clip up done before that first hole, which is going to be coming into shot very shortly. It's about 7.5 metres-ish, I believe.
For that changeover, I think it's 10, but I will double check that for you right now. I have all my rules here because the rules keep on changing, and that's actually something that's really challenging for our athletes and their coaching staff as well, just to make sure that you're across the latest changes, because that may give you either restrictions or opportunities as they come through.
Yeah, a solid finish there. Katarina Meyer there, the 2 minutes 42.40. You can even just see the hurt in that. They're just trying to get.
She's so happy that's over.
Or PB'd it, so good on it. That's a fantastic result there. So there's that changeover there. Yep.
Yeah, 10 metres for that changeover. So 5-minute pickup zone for the for the mannequin at the 75-metre mark, and then 10-metre changeover zone there.
Perfect. And you've got to maximise that distance to try and get off the wall as quick as possible. So 2:42.40 there for Katarina Meyer. It looks like Ching Wan Ting is going to be at that 3:12.92, and we've got a mannequin floating in the water, which can only mean one thing, Jen.
Unfortunately, that could be a disqualification for Tang Menghui from China. Again, we did talk about, they've been given the instruction there to clear the pool, but I'm so impressed. Katarina Meyer from Austria, her fin-on was incredible. That was really the make or break in this race for her.
And she broke the field. That was really strong to see, and just the replay there. You love that underwater work. You've been the swimmer that you are. You love some good technique.
Well, it's really wonderful. Like, a lot of the athletes don't have the opportunity to see video footage of themselves. You're really relying on your teammates, on your coach to say, try this, or you're doing this in the wrong way.
Yeah, but I am doing that. No, you're not.
No, you're not. Do it better. So for them to be able to not only see the footage of them doing these techniques, but to do them under pressure, to do them in race conditions as well. It's very, very different. And for us to be able to celebrate Katrina, Sharkas all around, the team from Austria, very happy with that result. And she will post a time here of 2:42.40. Fantastic work, Katharina, from Austria. And we can see already the ladies in heat number 2 will be setting up their equipment. The fins and tubes will be positioned very, very precisely here on the pool edge. And in lane number 4 there on screen, that is Barbara Kutukova from Czechia. We have the 2 Czechia competitors next door to each other in 4 and 5. In 6, we'll have Katarina's teammate Julia Backenberger from Austria, Valerie Li Ling Tim from Singapore. Also Singapore up in lane 1 as well, Lim En Kuei, Ching Oike from Hong Kong, and Walder Johnson from Sweden in 3.
Needs to be meticulous. So with the fin, so we obviously have the tube there laid through it, and then even just with the sash, needs to be sitting upright so you've got more of that surface area to grab when you're trying to get off that wall as quick as possible. So you'll see the last of the changes, or I guess the preparations for the ladies there. So what do we got? Valerie Limting there in lane 7.
Just making those final adjustments, because you don't want anything to go wrong. The officials will really let you do whatever you need to do, as long as you're within the lane, as long as there's nothing dangerous. Often they will give you a little nudge to say, hey, that looks like it's encroaching on someone else's space, or that's a little close to maybe some of the blocks have different setups, and you don't want to get caught on those as well. So the only time you'll really get a nudge is if you're outside of those rules. Otherwise, as long as you're playing within the rules, you can do whatever you want. The ladies are very nervous on the blocks, and knowing how much this race hurts, the nerves would be high for the girls on the blocks at the moment, knowing they've got 200 metres worth of pain ahead of them at the moment. quite a few races yet to go. We are chasing an A qualifying time roughly of about 2:28. The girls have really brought the time down over the last few years as they really start to work within the rules.
And when we talk about the hurt, you know that this is going to be terrible for you.
Well, there's no great races. There's no easy races in pool lifesaving or at the Lifesaving World Championships because we know just how strong every single field is. But already we can see the pace increasing on this first 75. The girls are really starting strongly. They're about to go over the mannequins. They'll turn 25 to swim, 25 to carry.
Yeah, and a little bit more frantic. So heat number 2, leading us out through the middle, it's going to be, it was the Chechia there. So Barbara Kutakova and Teresa Vilmalova next to each other. Going to change in 1 and 2 at the moment, getting off that wall. And then we're getting to that next part of the mannequin pickup after that next 25 metres.
Yeah, here we go. The girls turning very, very strongly in lanes 4 and 5. That is our two Chechia competitors eyeballing each other at the moment. A really strong start there. Barbara and Teresa coming through, just easing off a tiny bit now, getting in those big breaths before they head down, grabbing that mannequin. And again, strong off the bottom there. A few big butterfly kicks, and that's when you need to now bring in that strong freestyle kick, get that mannequin up, transfer that swimming speed to carrying speed.
Carrying speed is going to be key there. So just throwing those arms over. It's not about being beautiful and being technically sound. It's just about thrashing it, getting through that water, ensuring that that leg drive is going to be there. And the two ladies from Chechia are leading us out nicely at the moment. 5 metres or so to go. This is where the technicalities really need to come in. Touching on the wall, getting up on that right-hand side. You see the hands come over, the left hand there for it. Arm through, fins underwater, eyes having a quick peek down, and away. We should be on soonish, and they're away.
They're away. That's a really good fin on for both of the ladies here. You can tell they've been practicing that. The best of them looks to be Teresa in lane 5. So that is the yellow lane rope that is closest to the bottom of your screen coming through there. You can see a few of our competitors just getting their fins on now as they head through, coming through, swimming very, very strongly, coming into the final changeover, and this is just like a 100-toe. So if we think of some of the girls who've done really well in the 100-toe, like Arlene Lauveld, she was 3rd in the toe. We'll see her in action later today. Very, very keen to see what she can put together for these later heats. And this is where I get nervous. Oh, she's done it beautifully. She is away. And Harold, the 100 toes yesterday were an absolute highlight of the day. The girls were so strong. We saw the Kiwis. Maddie Kidd held the world record coming into these championships. Her teammate Zoe Crawford broke the world record in the heats. Not 5 minutes later, Maddie Kidd broke the world record back, and then Zoe won the world title in the final later that day. And then Harrison Hines from Australia broke his world record in both the heats and then the final. So we'd love to see, for the world records that have been broken in the heats earlier today, can we replicate that greatness this afternoon?
Yeah, and greatness is what we're seeing on screen at the moment from... touching in is Teresa Vilmalova from Chechia in a 2:51.14. There's when we talk about angst levels in the crowd, when a mannequin gets to about 45 degrees or maybe some head underwater, it's nearly right at that really close precipice of being disqualified and coming out. That's always fun to watch.
Absolutely. I was really impressed yesterday across both the men's and the women's event in the 100-toe. I think it was close to 100% completion rate for those. We didn't see many mannequins spinning around. We didn't see them going under the water or being towed back the wrong way. The skills are improving across the board in every nation, which we're really, really excited to see, because it means that we get the absolute best racing, and nothing is coming down to chance. All of the athletes are controlling everything that they can to put together some incredible races here at the Lifesaving World Championships, and that is why we are seeing the quality, the calibre. That's why we're seeing world records being broken preliminary races.
It is crazy. It is crazy to think, but this is the world title, so everyone's sort of got to that point with their training program that this is where we need to peak, this is where we need to be, I guess, most physically fit, ready, technically sound, and then having that mind clear. A little taper last week and they'll be ready to fire this week.
Oh, absolutely, and especially as we look at the progression of times, even just across the season. At the Aussie Pool Championships, we saw Fergus go 27.48 in his 50 carry, and that gave us an indication of something special could be brewing. He was on form, he was looking good, his confidence was building. So from that 27.48 to then go 27.20 now at the World Championships, he's on that progression. He is improving, he is gaining confidence, he's getting better and better. And what's even more exciting about that, not just for Fergus individually, but he's bringing everyone else with him. He's laying down the challenge for the other competitors. And I'm really keen to see if we see them start to respond in the finals this afternoon. Fergus is incredible. He's won the world record. That doesn't guarantee him a world title at the end of the day.
No, definitely not. So then next weekend we've got the Interclub. So at some point,
go again.
Yeah, but how do you maintain that level of excellence? There's going to have to be a quick recovery in between, but then noting that some of these athletes will have to be back on the beach tomorrow, may have to participate in some rescue tube rescue, maybe some beach sprint relays, things like that. So this is why we love the World Championships.
Oh, the intensity of a World Championships is next level. I think as well because for those national teams, it's 6 men, 6 women. It's a really tight environment. You're taken out of the comfort and the safety maybe of your club and your family. You're with people that you may not normally see all that often. They may be your competitors and all of a sudden your teammates. It's an incredible dynamic. And to see people like Steve Kent for the Black Things team really manage that culture for the athletes, it's something very, very special. And it's paying off now in so many different teams. A great shot. I think that's Danique Klomp from the Netherlands. We've seen her in action quite a few times. Montana White as well. She'll be very strong in these opening stages here. She was great earlier today, Montana. Wonderful to see her. And the USA team really coming here to put their best foot forward.
So heat 3, we've got, like you said, so Dion Klomp there from the Netherlands, Montana White strong there as well from Poland. We've also got Victoria Genenesqua. That was pretty close. Lily Sheehy from Ireland, Stephanie Zweier from Switzerland, Yuan Yan Ki from Hong Kong. That's our 7 athletes competing in this and leading us out by a fair bit at the moment, looking really strong.
Looking really, really good. This is heat 3 of 6 for the 200 metre Super Lifesaver for the women. Wonderful to see 2 of our Dutch competitors in the mix here. They've been training hard, but Montana White doing an incredible job. Some great screen time for her as well. Wonderful to have her in Team USA in the mix. She has not slowed down at all. Her carry speed from pick up to finish here has been incredibly consistent, and that is what you need to see in these endurance races. Fins on, tube on, come on, come on. Oh, I thought she nearly got that one on the first go. That is quick.
Just
Montana, look at the lead that this now opens up for her on the rest of the field. This is phenomenal racing.
Yeah, and obviously the quicker you can get them on, as soon as you're swimming, that means you're through to the race. So whether it's half a second, 1 second, whatever it may be, the preciseness and power to get that through needs to be on point, and that's what Montana White has done.
Oh, Montana really showing us how it's done here. She's taking in those big breaths, breathing every second stroke at the moment. And I've got to tell you, back in my Super Lifesaver days, this was my resting leg. This is where I took in the big breaths and had a little rest, much to Danny Short's chagrin. But Montana just needs to get this tube clip up done because the rest of the field's coming through. She's got it cleanly on the second run. That's fantastic work. But have a look at Ireland on the top of the field there. That is Lily Shee. What a race. She is doing fantastic.
She is doing very, very well, Lily. Get into it, young lady. So solid finish here. Montana White, a little bit sloppy, we're going to call it on that last clip up, but it shouldn't be too much. We're going to be coming into the wall. We'll watch that clock closely. And then even with that, PBs is what we're after as well.
100%. And this is where it really starts to hurt. She's in the flags now. She's putting her head down. She just needs to keep driving those legs as much as she can. And honestly, apart from that little wobble with that clip up there, that's an incredible race for Montana White. She should be really happy with that result.
Yeah, so a big qualifier at the last World Champs was at 2:43, and she's way inside that. So great swim there.
Really strong start. Katharina Meyer, who took out the earlier heat, she was 2:42.40. She is now 3rd overall. Montana White, take a bow. Fantastic race, 2:39.48. Definitely some room for improvement, and hopefully we will see her again in the finals this afternoon. And we can see the replays now. This is the fantastic finish, and that is the fantastic pick up there, and her fin on very, very quick. She gets it on the second go there. She is away. Quick acceleration as they head through, and she has got that mannequin clipped up. But Lee Shee from Ireland, fantastic race there, touches the wall, secured 2:39.37. Fantastic work, and we'll see the official results pop up in just a moment. We'll make it official for Montana White, 2:39.37, 2:42.03 for Lily Shee. And great to see both of our Dutch competitors in the mix. Why not? Go say hi. Jump out there. Go for it. If you won't, I will.
All right, I'm going to run poolside, Jen, and have a quick chat with our friend
Alrighty.
Montana. Or grab her.
No running on pool deck. Safety, please. Listen to the lifeguards when you're out there.
Okay.
Or not.
Yes, Mum. So good.
Alrighty, here we go. And we've got some fantastic ladies lining up in this fourth heat. We have 4 of 6. And we've got some speed starting to come through. We can see on screen at the moment we have 2 of our Spanish competitors in the mix here. Maria Rodriguez de la Sierra, Lola Caballero Fisay in 4 and 5. As the ladies take their blocks, top of the screen we have the Swiss competitor Lorena Steiner. Zoe Crawford is in 3. Maria and Lola in 4 and 5. Undine Lauwald from Germany, Kendra Dutoit in 7 from South Africa, and Ana Paula Alves from Argentina in lane 8. And in this race, you'd be expecting Zoe Crawford in lane 3 to be very, very strong in the back half of this race. She did hold the world record in the 100 toe very briefly yesterday. She is the world champion in the back end of this event. But Harold has made his way down on pool deck. Harold, who have you found?
Jen, we spoke about her earlier, but we're here with Montana White from the United States of America. You've had a couple of really good swims this morning, but you just told us this is your first World Champs.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. The environment is just amazing.
Talk to us about pool rescue in America. Is it building? Who do you train with? Where do you train?
Yeah, so pool rescue is still like a building sport in America. We're really focused on like the surf rescue portion, but this year we brought a really strong team for the pool, and so we're really excited. It's hard to train though because half of us live on the East Coast and half of us live on the West Coast.
Okay, and where are you based?
I'm based in California, so sunniest place on earth.
This might give it a bit of a run. How have you found Australia and the Gold Coast?
Oh, it's just beautiful and amazing. I was worried because it was like coming off winter season for you guys, so I packed all like super warm clothes and I brought my parka, and it's like beautiful out, so I'm really excited.
It is absolutely crackers of the days out here. Now, your program's quite strong at the moment. We said that was a PB through there. So with these technicalities, how much, I guess, work do you do on yourself to review, I guess, races online to ensure that your technique and you can be the fastest you can be in the pool?
Yeah, I think it's like all the videos online are really important, and having people that have already done this. So some of my teammates like Kelsey Cummings and like Tom O'Neill, they really help us when they come. And then we have a couple of girls that come and train in Australia, and so then they're like, they get the techniques and then they come and bring it back to us. And so it's really helpful.
We're loving having you here. Anyone you want to give a shout out to at home that may be watching?
I want to give a shout out to my mom. I love you, Mom. And then to my fiance out there. I miss you.
There we go. Thanks, legend.
Oh, fantastic work, Harold, and wonderful to have Montana giving us a little bit of time and some insights into the USA team, their preparation, her packing, and her wonderful performance earlier today. Now, we've got some fantastic racing in action at the moment, and it is in lane 6, Undine Lauwald from Germany. Fantastic race for her, but the Spaniards, Maria and Lola, in 4 and 5. It's Maria Rodriguez, the best of it at the moment. Fantastic skills that we're seeing here, and she is just about to enter the flags. It's going to be a close finish here for the qualification. I think it's going to be Spain just coming through now, and the times are dropping to 24.94. That is well within the A qualifying time from the 2022 World Championships. She is cooked. She is done. She's done an incredible job, though, to record a 2:24, which would have actually placed her 4th at the last World Championships, Harold.
Swift swimming there. That was amazing. Montana, loving it too. But again, we talk about having this live stream, having it now all on YouTube. They can go and analyse all this. You can watch the best of the best and race against them, in these amazing competitions.
And it's not just watching your own races. It's really interesting to see, especially say in that 4x25 mannequin relay. I think a lot of the other teams and clubs and nations will be looking at the Germans in the women, the Italian in the men, and saying, can we make this happen? How do we replicate? How do we work to our own strengths? We can see some fantastic clip-ups, fin-ons and carries here. The team from Spain, so strong. We had 2 of their competitors in this race here. And looking at the overall leaderboard, Maria Rodriguez de la Sierra, 2:24.94, now the fastest qualifier ahead of Undine Lauwald from Germany, and Zoe Crawford, our world champion in the 100 toe, a 2:28.13. Fantastic work for her.
Yeah, some fast times. We've got a couple more heats left,
2.
so yep, 2 to go. How much lower are they going to go?
Well, considering a 2:28 made the A qualification last year, we're still at a 2:42. So Katarina Meyer, our early leader from those, I think the second heat there, or maybe the first heat, she was very, very strong. We're expecting those times to drop over the next 2 seeded finals. If we have a look at who is lining up in lane 5, we have Kotone Kokubo from Japan, Chelsea Jones of Australia, Camille Julien from France, Lisa Dibanelia from Italy. Watch out for her. Medley Rosso, the world record holder, the defending world champion, the 2014 world champion as well. Very excited to see Medley in action. Bo van der Plas from Belgium, Eureka Mitsui from Japan, and Savannah Voigt from South Africa. But all eyes on Medley Rosso. She's the undisputed queen of the Super Lifesaver. That time, incredible, a 2:16.07 set back in 2022. Her first Super World record was set in 2014 as well. She's just been dominating this racing. A lot of challenges, a lot of people stepping up, but Medley, she is the one to beat.
Yeah, just amazing times. And it'd be interesting to see how she takes this race out. We're just going to do enough to get that A qualifier, or do you just want to throw down the gauntlet? Because we've seen 3 world records being broke this morning. Do we want to try and, lay it down and let everyone else know that this is my race again? I'm going to take it out later this afternoon.
Well, it's all about working to your strengths. We saw Zoe Crawford, the world champion in the 100 toe just earlier. She had her incredible speed across the back end there. Chelsea Jones, we saw her second in the 200 obstacles yesterday. She knows that she needs to work the first part of this race now. She's gone out very quickly. She'll be the first to turn now, feet on the wall in 29.45. So a very, very fast start, probably faster than a lot of people take out a 100-metre rescue medley. She'll come through for this first changeover, but keep your eye on Medley Rosso. She is in the yellow lanes there that will be closest to the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, you just see on the far side, Chelsea Jones, first one down there, coming down, picking that up nice and easily there at the moment, trying to maintain that lead. But you just watch, like you said, Medley Rosso, just a picture of perfection through the water, so efficient, so clean. But it's power and performance at the moment there from Chelsea Jones from Australia.
Chelsea Jones, the French competitor, just starting to come through as well. And as expected, Medley Rosso, she is so good at carrying a little bit under fatigue. She can carry when her heart rate is very high. And this is where she really holds her nerve. The tube goes over, the fins need to go on next, and she is going to be easily the first away there. That is textbook. Next to her as well, Elisa Di Bologna from Italy. Very, very good now. And you'll see a few of the ladies underwater as well in the tow. We're seeing this in the individual tow races, but for them to do that in a Super Lifesaver, they are backing the strength of their legs. They have done the quad work here, and it is Camille Julien and Medley Rosso, the 2 French women in this race here. A little bit of underwater work coming into the final changeover.
That is insane to have that much energy, I guess even probably just some breath in the tank when they're under full fatigue and still being able to drive is amazing. So 1 and 2, nice and clear at the moment.
1 and 2 are clear. Chelsea Jones, great clip up there as well. She is just trying to chase down now Elisa Di Bologna from Italy. So 4 strong competitors here, and this is where the legs start to hurt. They'll really start to drive their arm rating. If you can get your arm rating up, your legs will follow from there. But the French women showing how it's done, no more so than Medley Rosso, the defending champion, the 2014 world champion, the current world record holder, showing us how to do a Super Lifesaver.
Holy wow, that is absolutely amazing. That's 22, was it? Yeah, 23.14, so 2 minutes 23.14.
Yeah, fantastic race for Medley. She looks pretty controlled, pretty calm at the moment. She'd be really happy with that result here.
It looked like she just come off a training run. There was no, she could blow out all the candles from that.
I know, she's pretty incredible. This is why she is the defending champion in this event. So that is the 5th heat. We're seeing the replay for this one already. Chelsea Jones, really smart racing, working to her strengths, going out early. She finished 4th overall in this race. She recorded a 2:26.48. We'll see where that places her in the overall standing. She's 6th overall at the moment, but the French women 1 and 2, Spain in 3, Undine Lauerveld in 4. Fantastic racing. This is what we want to see. The girls so strong. I'm so excited for this final.
I don't know how to articulate what I just saw then. That was record that one, ladies and gentlemen. Come back to that one if you want to know how to be the best in this event. The clip-ups, the changeovers, just even the fin work to get them on so fast it's like she's won this event a million times.
Mm-hmm. Crazy that you say that, Harold. Do I have news for you in my fun facts booklet?
Yeah, and again, I'll be here all day, ladies and gentlemen. Send your feedback through to whomever, whatever it is.
And here we have the 6th and final heat for the 200 Super Lifesaver lining up now. In lane 1 at the top of your screen, you will see Mercedes LeBlanc from Canada, Marine Hartze from Belgium, Alicia Gebhardt from Germany, Lucrezia Fabretti from Italy will be in lane 4, Mariah Jones in 5, Ray Kwan from New Zealand in 6, Molly Roothouse from Great Britain, and then Aneta Drabic from Poland. So another hot field, and they would have seen how comfortable the French women were in that earlier race. They know that 2:23 is the time on the board, and if they want to be in that A final, they need to be probably about the 2:25 mark or faster.
Yeah, so Alicia Gebhardt, silver medalist, world champs last time, and then Lucrezia Fabretti taking out the bronze in some swift times there. So it will come down that little bit more, but we'll see what transpires over the next 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Absolutely. Really excited to see so many ladies that were doing incredibly well at the last Lifesaving World Championships backing up now here on the Gold Coast. It really shows that the pipeline is so strong, and also some of the juniors that are making the transition from those youth teams into the open competition. It's a real step up. It is really, really tough, but wonderful to see all of the nations putting their best feet forward here. And just having a look at the start here, Ray Kwan is looking very, very strong. She's in lane 6 from New Zealand. Lucrezia Fabretti also in the black cap of Italy, but Molly Roothouse as well in lane 7 looking great. A strong start for the girls. Mariah Jones in that yellow cap from Australia. And the girls knowing they need to get a good time through as they head down for the first pickup here, 25 carry, no fins.
Yeah, Molly Roothouse had a really sort of strong back into that
So
first
strong.
50, but then her underwater work, just that streamline off the wall was what gave her that little bit of an extra push, but we could just now see
Alicia Gebhardt and the Italian coming through.
See the medalist from the podium, last world champs, and just pulling away ever so slight at the moment there is
That's
Lucrezia.
incredible. Such good carries. I just love watching them carry. Now we've got to get these fins on very, very quickly. 1, 2, she is away. Fantastic work, Lucrezia Fabretti. She's already got quite a bit of hardware. 3rd in the obs, 3rd in the medley at this World Championships. Mariah Jones in the mix as well. And again, we see a little bit of butterfly work starting to come into it. The amount of work that these girls would have to do in the pool, in the gym as well, to have that sort of leg strength in the 3rd leg of a Super Lifesaver, it's so impressive.
Yep, you see Mariah Jones now coming into the forward. Bit of underwater work, like you said, from the Italian, but Mariah just driving those legs, keeping that consistent, keeping it constant, and now getting that changeover. This is where it needs to be perfection. And Mariah Jones, are you kidding me?
Nailed that clip up.
How long has she been doing this event for?
Oh, such a long time. Mariah, the co-captain of the Australian team. I think she's made about 10 or 12 Australian teams all up, just showing her dominance and looking really, really strong at the moment, which is wonderful to see. Over on the far side of the pool, at the top of the screen, Marine Hartze from Belgium as well, looking very strong, very controlled. And I love that Mariah is really leaning into her stroke at the moment. She's got the good leg drive going. She knows she's in a great position, but she wants to finish this off strongly, really make sure she has done everything she needs, and she's rewarded a time of 2:25.44. Fantastic work, Mariah. This is what we want to see. Fantastic work across the board here. But Magali and Julien from France, those 2:23 times, they are still the fastest qualifiers. 1 and 2 for France. Maria, 3rd from Spain. Undine Lauerveld, Mariah Jones, Elisa de Bologna, Chelsea Jones and Bo Vanderplas. That is your A final for the Super Lifesaver.
So
Skills. The Italian skills are just incredible.
Yeah, just interesting to see. Mariah Jones came on strong through that back end of that 3rd 50, touching on the wall there. She'd be happy with that A final.
Yeah, really strong.
2:23.14
Those 2:23s.
on a warm-up swim. That's
in the prelims. It's just prelims, Harold.
Wow.
And there we see the official times coming through. 2:25.25 for Mariah. Lucrezia, 2:27.6. Lucrezia will actually be in the B final this afternoon. So a slightly slower heat there, which again, this is where Mariah made a really great decision there. She knew that she was out in front. She knew she was swimming well, but she didn't back off, knowing how fast those previous qualifiers were.
Yep, and so the World Championships is all about all the racing. We've got 2 live streams across YouTube, one for the pool with Jen and I, and then beach with... Who's at the beach today?
I'm not sure.
We're going to care about ourselves here, but yeah, make sure you tune in across both. Watch them back later on. Flags pit is moving. You just see the flags fluttering that little bit more on the ocean. We're a tiny bit more protected here at Southport. The Stradbroke protects us a little bit, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Being the local lady you are and local legend.
Well, the Gold Coast actually does have a show day today, so I believe that Ty is down at Karawa Beach. He is back on the crew here. But again, we've got a massive team of commentators here trying to bring you the best of all of the action. Remembering as well that we've got surf boats, we've got IRBs. There is action everywhere across the youth, the open and the masters competition. And I do love a little bit of beach flags. You can see that has got to be one of the earlier heats there, potentially 16 across there for the flags.
It looks like a Nippers event, doesn't it?
Well, this is where we talk about, we had some of our Ironmen and Ironwomen in action in the 4x25 mannequin relay. You're going to see some of our pool athletes in the beach sprint, in the flags, in the beach relay, again, a little further out of their comfort zone because there's 43 events to cover at a Lifesaving World Championships across the entire team remit. That is Chinese Taipei's flag.
Excellent. Thank you. I wasn't aware of that one.
Those incredible line throws that we saw yesterday, the men taking the gold medal and the World Championships, so impressive, really executed to perfection.
What time were they looking at for that? Like 9, 10 seconds?
10. They got 10 something in the heats and the finals, so
Wowzers.
Incredible throwing, especially when you think of the conditions that we had down here. It was pretty gusty, a little bit challenging, and if you're one of our competitors who only trains in an indoor pool, this can be really challenging and quite confronting to rock up to the World Championships here. And you can see we are working our way through the program. We have done 7 of the 10 events already. The Women's Super Lifesaver is done. The men are coming up next, and we will close this morning's heat package with the 4x50 medley relay. So only a few heats for both of those relays, but the men's Super Lifesaver is coming up next. And if you thought the men's were good, we have the world record holder in action, Francesco Ippolito. He was part of that 4x25 record-breaking team earlier today. He also won the rescue medley yesterday. So not only is he here to race, he's here to race fast. We know that he is on form already.
Yeah, most of us aren't here for participation. We're here for excellence.
Absolutely.
And podiums.
Absolutely, podiums. So we can see the first of the men just getting their equipment ready for the 200-metre Super Lifesaver and running through that start list in Heat 1. Lane 2, we will have Louise Shujan, Varun Chavan from India, Sindre Jensen from Norway, David Picard from Czechia, Yang Shishi from China in the mix as well. So wonderful to see 5 athletes lining up, the first of the men's Super Lifesaver, ready for a start.
So we saw the ladies getting out around that 29 to 31 seconds was probably the comfortable time where they're at. But we'll see the gentlemen go out that little bit harder there. And look at us flying out on the inside. So racing this race, talk to us, Jen, about how important it is to have the experience and to know when we're on, when we're off, and just to try and make sure that you can get through the 200 metres so that you've got enough on that back end to finish the race.
Yeah, it's a really difficult race to pace, and unfortunately it's a lot of trial and error through your racing to really figure out how do you take out that first 75, where do you push, where do you rest. A lot of it really comes down to making sure that your skills and your techniques are just automatic. You just want that to be, something that happens throughout the race rather than something that's really stressing you out. So we really do encourage for some of our younger athletes, our juniors who are coming through, you just need to get a few Super Lifesavers under your belt. It's one thing to do them at training, but you need to get a few of those done in race competition as well, so you can really understand how you're feeling at the different stages of the race and really understand where you can start to flex, where you can make your move, and where you can give yourself the best opportunity to catch up time. Yeah,
so like you said earlier, we saw Chelsea Jones went out really hard because she knew that was going to be her strength, and then obviously, but then we had the race later where with a few of the ladies, Italy trying to a bit more underwater, but it looked like under fatigue. They were losing a bit of that top-end speed, which is where then Mariah Jones came through on that one. But we'll see what transpires because the boys are a lot bigger, they're a lot stronger, and we will see a lot more underwater action.
And we're really seeing a fantastic swim here. That is Li Shujuan from China in lane 2. Over in 6, we have David Picard from Czechia. These are the 2 leaders at the moment, and they have not backed down at all. I love that they are really pushing towards this final changeover. We'll see the hand to the wall, grabs the mannequin tube over and around. You want to get your hands to the metal part of the clip as quickly as possible because then you just need to bring your hands together. He does a little check back, but David, nothing to worry about there in lane 6 from Czechia. And you can look at his kick go through here. You can really see those fins working, doing everything he can just to get through this final 25 metres.
That's it. We'll get to the line. We'll watch the clock to see where it's going to be because, like we said earlier, it's about podiums. It's about trying to get as many medals as possible. But it's also about trying to be the best you've ever been. And we'll be watching the clock for these young men making their way through heat number 1. What are we up to? 6 heats.
Yep, 6 heats in total. So David coming through in a time of 2:28.38. That's actually not far off the beat qualifier time that we had from the previous Lifesaving World Championships. So for David from Czechia, a time of 2:28.38. Really pushed by the Chinese competitor Li Shujuan over in lane number 2. So wonderful to have these heat seedings starting to come through. Expecting the speed to increase, but for now, fantastic racing. David and the rest of the Czechia team, they have really started to perform. They're getting some lovely, consistent results and a great vibe on pool deck.
Yeah, the vibe, the momentum is what it's all about. Maddie was talking about it before, about there being the infancy stage of pool rescue in the United States. Same again with Czechia. We've got a number of competitors in the surf and then out here on the pool as well. Build that culture and just talk about the enjoyment and how much fun you're actually having at these titles, all the people you meet, because it's great. The racing's fun, trying to be the best you can be, but realistically the memories you make along the way is always the thing that stands out the most.
And I think that's something really special that you and I get glimpses of when we get to interview the athletes, especially when they've had those incredible results. They win an A final, they get a medal. And as soon as we release them, as soon as we say, thank you for your time, off you go, there is a crowd of people about 5 or 10 metres away, very impatiently hoping to get their arms around them to celebrate with them. No one goes away alone after these races. To see the team immediately embrace and envelop these athletes is really special.
Yeah, it is special. I was talking with Hannah Scully yesterday on the live stream. So for those of you internationally, she's one of our elite ocean women. She's been in the sport a long, long time. A very, very fast board paddler. Loves the sport. Embodies everything that is great about surf lifesaving. Went to the French national titles last year, and she said, "Yeah, there was people running up going, 'Oh, you're Hannah Scully,' and she's like, 'Yeah.'"
Am I in trouble? Did the officials need me? No, Hannah, you're famous in France.
Yeah, and she's like, it was just amazing to see, how these sports are building, because there's a lot of beaches around the world, and it is such an outward-facing movement. So regardless of whether you've got the beach or the pool, the lifesavers are always going to be prevalent and going to be present. And the fact that we've got this amazing platform for these athletes to showcase at the international level it's truly spectacular.
Oh, absolutely. Clubbies are clubbies everywhere, and we do love being part of this international village. We can see those final preparations have been made. The athletes taking to the blocks here in heat number 2 for the Super Lifesaver for the Open men. We have 6 heats in total. From the top of the screen, we can see Singapore will lead us off in lane 1. Dennis Xiao Chen Yat. We have Arash Astane from Iran, Stefan Wurzer from Austria, Max Gansberg from Sweden, Marc-Antoine Bernier in 7 from Canada, and Tua Hao N from Singapore. And again, some really fast starts. Max Gansberg in that blue cap leading the field.
Yeah, looking at nice strong lane 1 as well. So strong, making their way through. The boys going to touch in around a 27 high, 28. First leg turn solid off the wall and making their way back through. So was that lane 1? Dennis Xiao Chen Jet getting into it. But here we see Arash next to him. Is Stefan there?
Yeah, that'll be Stefan Wurzer in lane 4. We've also got on the bottom of the field here, Marc-Antoine Bernier from Canada is currently in 7. Fantastic pickup there as well from the Canadian, really starting to get that moving through. The Iranian Arash is coming through. Iran, of course, silver medalists in the line throw yesterday. They were celebrating hard for that one, as well they should. We can see the Austrian Stefan moving through as well. Very, very good on his carry now, neck and neck with the Iranian as they come through the changeover at the halfway mark.
Yeah, so skills are going to be at a premium here. So Arash Astane from Iran touching in 1 and 2 with Stefan Wurzer from Austria. They're our leaders at the moment. Trying to get off the wall. Fins on. A little bit of trouble there for Arash, but not too much at the moment for Stefan Wurzer. He's up and away.
And Marc-Antoine from Canada in lane 7. Very, very quick on the skills there. He's actually challenging now for the lead with Stefan Wurzer from Austria. So that bright red cap of Canada, I do love that we are able to pick that up quite easily and cleanly. The men just looking at each other across the pool now, taking in the big breaths as they come through for the changeover at the 150 mark.
So 10 or so metres to go. Boys going to get on there, touch the wall, yank of that rope, getting at the tube just in front. Metal clippings, eyes underneath. Geez, look at that.
Look at the skills from Marc-Antoine Bernier from Canada. He has been working that. And Harold, a lot of the advice that we give to those younger athletes who are coming through in the Super Lifesaver, it's really hard to gain maybe 3 or 4 seconds in that 75-metre swim, but you can gain 3 or 4 seconds very easily if you can nail your fin-ons, your clip-ups, your pick-ups. That is where you make the difference, and that is why you perform well at the World Championships. People like Marc-Antoine Bernier with those fantastic skills.
Skills will get him through, but some back-end speed there in lane 4. Stefan Wirtz is going to touch in at 2:30.50. Marc-Antoine, so good on that one there. Bernier with that 1:51.
Yeah, fantastic racing. David Picard from Czechia in that earlier heat still has the final time of 2:28 as they come through. Fantastic racing. Grab that. And remembering on live heats, you can pick up all of the draws and the results from the championships, and that is across the youth, the open, the masters, the interclub, the international, all of the results and the draws on liveheats.com. Search for Lifesaving World Championships, and we'll pick up those results. And the immediate replay here with the highlights of this race. The lead really did change quite a few times across this one, Harold.
Yeah, we did see the two-handed pick up through there, just trying to get it onto the chest there for Marc-Antoine. And then just see the Iranians there just getting a little bit stuck. He looked really strong at the start. Yeah, Arash Aslani from Iran, really strong at the start. But that clip up at the bottom of the screen, it did save a few seconds there. But Stefan Wirtz was just supreme the whole way through.
Really strong at the finish, which is what you want to see. He's definitely been working the back end speed there, rewarded with a time of 2:30.50 to take the win here in heat number 2. 4 heats yet to run in the Super Lifesaver. Very excited to see our world record holder is in the mix here, Francesco Ippolito. His time of 2:02.98. Absolutely phenomenal. I remember when I saw the mark of 2:10 being broken for the first time. It was Lutz Heinemann from Germany, and we thought, this will stand forever. This will never be broken. And I've seen juniors hit that 2:09 mark now. So now to be closing in on the 2-minute mark, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Insane.
Really wonderful to see. But again, how good is it to be part of a sport that is still developing, still innovating, still attracting more and more talent from within our ranks and without. Iran are having the best time at the World Championships. We've got some incredible swimmers here as we see the lineup now for heat number 3. On screen, we just saw Saman Sepedast in lane number 7.
All right, so starters for this one, we've got Christoph Matitz from Austria, Odran Savage from Ireland, Sang Pak Ho from China, Lem Chin Chun from Hong Kong, and we just saw Saman on screen there from Iran, and David Richter from Czechia. That is heat number 3.
And the boys, or the men I should say, have definitely seen a few of the heats already running. They will know what they need to be aiming for. Unfortunately, in the heats of a World Championships, there is no other option but to just go for it. As we say, as the Kiwis say, you need to go fearless into your racing. You need to be prepared to hurt in the heats if you want any chance of featuring in the finals this afternoon.
Yeah, because there's no point in backing off when you don't actually get that opportunity later in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's really tough. And for some of our incredible athletes, because the pace has increased so much, we've actually seen, defending world champions relegated to B finals. We saw that yesterday. Tim Brang, one of the best competitors, he's an absolute superstar for Germany, the defending world champion in the 100 toe. Because the pace has increased so much and the strength of our competitors continues to improve. He was actually 9th overall and qualified for the B final. Still did an incredible race there, pulled out some fantastic times. However, when we're seeing multiple world records being broken in a single day, that is how tough it is now just to make an A final.
Yeah, most definitely, because it would nearly feel like just more of a participation award there in that B final, but some great changeovers there.
That is the 2 competitors from Hong Kong, Sang Pak Ho and Lam Ching Chun from Hong Kong, neck and neck at the moment, but it looks to be Lam in lane 5 really pushing this third leg.
Yeah, really, really strong. So Lam laying it down at the moment. On Hong Kong, have you ever been there? Would you like to go there?
Haven't been there, definitely on the list, and maybe we could work out some sort of life-saving exchange here. I think I need to go there and learn how to do some skills like we're seeing at the moment. Coming into this final changeover, touches the wall, mannequin is released, grabs the mannequin. Can he get this? First go. Oh, can he ever? Have a look at that. Both of them so good on the skills.
And then just said legs kicking in now. Big, long, heavy loping stroke, keeping those fins in the water as much as possible. You don't want them flicking up too much because when they're out of the water, they're not moving the water. So we keep them nice and low and just a nice little rotation of the hips.
Yeah, I do remember doing quite a few kick sets in my day, and the challenge was always you couldn't make any splash, and if you did, there would be a kickboard coming across the pool very, very quickly if the coach heard any splash.
You can't do that anymore.
No, it was very, it was meant in a very kind way. It was lots of fun. And we'd throw it back, to be very fair. Fantastic racing here, a time of 2:21.53.
We're getting faster.
We are getting faster. Yep, he salutes the crowd as well he should. The two Hong Kong teammates
Oh,
embracing
wow.
on the line. They have given this absolutely everything. Big racing, big reward, fast times.
Oh, yeah, the
They
legends.
are cooked. They have
Sang-
given that everything. What a race.
Sang Pak Ho and Lam Chin Chun from Hong Kong.
Fantastic racing, and they now have the two fastest qualifying times overall. After 3 heats of the men's Super Lifesaver, they currently sit in first and second position on the leaderboard.
Unbelievable work, Hong Kong. Hong Kong Lifesaving, let us know. I might have to do a bit of research on that to see what they're up to, because that is amazing. Good on them.
Yeah, they've got a great Instagram channel as well. They've been posting some great shots.
Who
Great
don't you
videos
follow?
Of the team. Oh, I'm everywhere, Harold. You cannot escape.
You cannot. I need to find out who you're following, where and why, because you're all over it.
All the good content, all the good fun facts, and that is what we want to do here on the live stream, running for both the pool and the ocean events. If you've got a hot tip, if you've got a great story, please get in touch with Harold or I. We would love to be able to share these incredible stories with the rest of the world and really celebrate the best of the best here at the Lifesaving World Championships.
That is what it's all about, sharing stories, sharing the emotion, and these amazing performances.
And just interesting here, just to explain what we just we're seeing, some of the athletes as they start to set up here for heat number 4. It is a full heat. Max Tesch from Germany was just setting up his fins earlier. We can see lane 6, his teammate Felix Hoffmann as well. Again, we've spoken earlier about how tight some of these fins are, how hard it is to get them on and off. And a few of them would have been putting a little bit of shampoo or lubricant in the fins just as they're doing their setup. They need to be really careful to wash that off their hands so that the mannequins are not slippery when they go to do those first pickups. It's really, really tough.
So we went nice and clean. So we've got heat number 4. We've got Anthony Pietzi from South Africa, Max Tesch from Germany, Chris Dawson from New Zealand, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Fabio Pizzotti from Italy, Javier Hoega Sanchez from Spain, Felix Hoffmann, Germany, Tom Bolson van Stieg from Netherlands, and Julian Robert from Switzerland. And no surprises who's leading us out.
Yeah, really fantastic work. We're seeing Chris Dawson in lane 3, Fabio Pizzotti in lane 4. And thinking about those men who are backing up from the previous World Championships, Chris Dawson was 4th at the last World Championships. Javier was 7th overall. So these men know what it's like not only to race at a World Championship, but also to be in that big A final at the close of play. So all of the men have now picked up those mannequins. They are motoring towards the halfway mark. And we can see, again, Chris Dawson very, very strong with the mannequin carry next to him as well, Fabio Pizzotti. Quite a different stroke rate coming through, but 2 over from him. That is Felix Hoffmann of Germany. Touches just in second place now. The boys grabbing the fins and the tubes. Oh, Dorso, perfect skills there. He is away.
So one to watch for me at this back end is going to have to be Javier Sanchez. Finished 7th at the 2022 World Championships. Did a time of 2:17. He's probably going to be wanted to be close to that mark as possible, but the underwater work from the big boppers at the front.
Yeah, that's Fabio Pizzotti, one of our Italian superstars, just getting the big kicks in. Chris Dawson still swimming the entire way there. The boys touch the wall, grab the mannequin, turn that around. Who is going to get that on the first clip? Oh, the Italian, so good. Fabio Pizzotti in lane 4. He is away. Dorso is chasing hard, looking so controlled, so calm. Look at that stroke. Look at that technique. You would not know that this is the final leg of a Super Lifesaver, and he is on track for an A qualifying berth.
Oh, that they are. Fabio Pizzotti, that is a Magnifico, looking absolutely pure through there. So 1 and 2 on the screen at the moment, and we'll just pan out to see where those top 4 spots are going to be, but this is going to be
fantastic race.
2:07.
2:07. 2:07.65 for Fabio Pizzotti, really laying down the challenge to the rest of the field. Dorso, Chris Dawson from New Zealand, a 2:09.18 in third. We had Felix Hoffmann really work the back end there, 2:10.48. Fantastic work there from the crew. And as we see the quick replay here already, Javier just faded towards the end, the A finalist from the previous championships. But Harold, these skills, textbook perfect.
So let's put this into perspective. So I was talking about Javier Sanchez, 7th at the last World Champs, did a 2:17.39. He just came out, got 4th in his heat. With a time of 2:11.73.
It's ridiculous.
Wowza. Whoa, very, very fast. Good
So-
for them to see.
And also, looking at that, Javier is now 4th overall with that time. He was 4th in his heat, 4th overall. So we're now really getting into these seeded heats, the speed of the speed end here.
I know what you're trying to say.
I'm just overcome. 2:07.65 for Fabio Dorso, 2:09. Felix Hoffmann from Germany, 2:10, and Javier 2:11.40. Drops 6 seconds from his last World Championship time.
So 2:07.65 is on the board at the moment. I forgot we've got 2 heats left to go.
Still 2 heats to
2
go.
heats to go.
Lots yet to come. And if we have a look at the lineup, we've got some significant form coming up as well. In lane number 1, we will have Jack Sadbury. He is on screen at the moment, just getting ready from the Great Britain team. That's Jimmy Kosh from Australia. He'll be joined by teammate Jake Smith as well. Robin Kupov from the Netherlands is in the mix. Alessandra Rui de Castro is in lane 8 from Denmark. But the one to watch for me, the 2 Frenchmen, Conradi Goroko and Kevin Lassar, they are in lanes 2 and 4. Their women qualified 1st and 2nd for the Super Lifesaver just earlier. Let's see what Conradi and Kevin can put together here.
Kevin.
Down for a start. Here we go. The boys are away.
Never met a French Kevin before.
Well, if you head out onto pool deck after this race, you could maybe say hello.
Are you calling a world record?
No, just making friends. So Fabio Pizzotti from the previous heat, a time of 2:07.65. That is what we are chasing here as we see the next heat take to the water, and it is going to be Goroko from France. A very, very strong start. He and Jake Smith are the first 2 out. They know that they cannot waste any time at all. Jimmy Kosh, my apologies, was the second to the wall there. The boys looking very good. Jimmy Kosh silver yesterday in that 200-metre obstacles, a fantastic time. Unfortunately, 1:51 was set. The new world record holder, Casper from Poland, just stormed home in that one.
Lane 2.
That is Goroko from France, looking very, very strong. Jimmy Kosh coming through. Jake Smith also very good at carrying the mannequin without fins. You can see he'll make up a little bit of ground now. And both Jake and Jimmy were in that A final at the last World Championships in 2022. And have a look at the skills there. That's the Polish competitor, Adam Dubiel. We haven't given him enough credit. He flew through that changeover. He is now very clearly in 2nd position. The Aussies, a little bit of work to do here, a little bit of ground to make up, because there is no rest. You cannot hide in a Super Lifesaver.
And it is about getting that spot in the A final. And I tell you what, 8 from these guys with the times that have already been set, that is not going to work. So the last little bit of power is going to have to come through there. And wow, what have we got? There's not much in that top 4 at the moment, Jen, but great change over there.
Yeah, lane 4, that's Kevin Lassar doing such an incredible job coming through. Really great clip-ups. And the Polish competitor, Adam Dubiel, coming through as well. On his other side, the other Frenchman, Goroko, in the mix there. That is a 1-2-3. Jimmy Kosh, Jake Smith, some work to do here to be in this A final. Also in the mix there, we see Robin Kupov in the Dutch competitor, the Dutch cap there. But have a look at this. This is going to be a great touch on the wall, a really strong start, and a great statement from the team from France.
Yeah, a little bit slower than that heat before. 2:09.25 is what it's going to be for that first one across the line, and everyone else will be watching the clock, and then we'll get back to the scoreboard to see where everyone stands. But that was
that was a
tight.
big one. That was a big one there, having a look at the overall leaderboard. And it's Fabio Pizzotti from the previous heat again, 2:07.65, clearly ahead of the rest of the field. He and Chris Dawson very, very strong. Kevin Lassar coming in for 3rd, Adam Dubiel from Poland, Felix Hoffmann, Jimmy Kosh, Goroko from France, and Javier Huerga Sanchez currently holding on to that 8th position.
2:11.
Very, very tough racing. Very, very great. And those skills, just phenomenal. And it just shows, unfortunately, if you miss any one of those skills, a qualifying berth could be out of reach.
Amazing, amazing stuff there. So Kevin Lassar, 2:09.25, Dubiel, 2:10.17. Like we said, so just want to reiterate, 2:11.40. That's the cut-off for the A final at the moment, with one more heat to go.
Considering that a 2:12 would have made you the A final in 2022, that is fantastic racing. We still have the world record holder lining up in the next race as well. That is Francesco Ippolito. He won the medley yesterday, lining up again now in the Super Lifesaver. He was 2nd at the last World Championships, and the Italians have absolutely dominated this race, Harold. Over the last few World Championships, they have been in control since 2016. Federico Gallardi took out the World Championships in 2016, 2018. We didn't hold the 2020 World Championships due to COVID, but in 2022 he won again. So triple World Champions there. And then we've got Francisco Ippolito lining up for the team now. Very excited to see how this plays out.
So he set the benchmark 2:02.98 last year. What has he got? 'Cause noting that it's fast at the moment, only 8 spots available. This is the best of the best. And we'll see what transpires over the next, we're going to go, 2:07, 2:06?
2 and a bit minutes. So, yeah, you've got to think for someone like Francesco Ippolito, he has a personal best time of 2:02 high. 2:07 is the fastest qualifying time so far. So it doesn't mean that he doesn't need to break a world record right now to make that A final.
It would be nice, though.
It would be nice. He's probably feeling very, very good. He's got some incredible runs on the board. He just needs to do enough at the moment. Stay strong, nail his skills, get through to the A final, and then anything can happen from there.
In the starter's hands, away, clean, through the middle, some great underwater work, streamlining through, and this is where it looks like there might be a little bit more there. So through the middle, we can stay underwater as long as possible. We just saw that competitor there through the middle. Is it lane 6? It might have been through Japan. Is that
Right.
Yeah.
Ryunosuke Honda.
So he was under for a solid 25 metres there, but lane number 9, is that right?
Lane 8, Andreas Hugard Hansen. We saw him in action in the 200 obs. Very, very strong. Nearly leading at the moment. He actually turned in about a 26.6, and it was Louis Clark from New Zealand, 26.5. Just very, very quick.
Just a sloppy little warm-up, 26.5, and they're away.
26s in the 200 super. And we can see now they are grabbing those mannequins coming through the carry without fins. Over in lane 3, Louis Clark from New Zealand, looking very, very strong next door to the world record holder, Francesco Ippolito.
And here he comes, Jan Francisco Ippolito, the last 10 metres, just putting an extra body length on everyone, coming from about 4th or 3rd, touching in first, and this is where the skills will be done, and to the most perfect you will ever see. That was seamless, and here we go, the strength, the power, just the amount of core work to be able to maintain that speed underneath is amazing there for Francisco Ippolito.
And you can see he's just ducked back under the water now, looking very, very calm, very, very considered. Just taking a few slower strokes now, getting those big breaths in. He's got a solid body length on the rest of the field at the moment. He can afford to take some good breaths now, just coming in for that glide. On the wall, touches, grabs the tube, straight to the clips and around. And the way that it looks so calm when he's doing this, it's absolutely wonderful to watch. New Zealand, Louis Clark doing very, very well on the inside, and Carlos Coronado Tahea from Spain. That is 1, 2, 3 at the moment. They are well clear of the rest of the field. Honda from Japan is not out of this just yet. He could be looking at an A qualifying berth.
Yeah, Louis Clark's just picked up that pace at the moment. He wants to finish this one strong. Francisco Ippolito half shut that down. Time is going to be not too bad. It's going to be outside that 2:07, 2:08 low. And that's what we're looking at, 1 and 2. Lewis Clark. Has everyone else got below that 2:11? Carlos with a 2:11.61. That's not going to be enough. So that cutoff is Jimmy Koch has snuck in with a 2:10.53. So Fabio Posito with a 2:7.65 early, 3 heats ago. Still the best on the board, Francisco Ippolito, 2:08.30.
Yeah, fantastic to see the 2 Italians. They have qualified the fastest, 1 and 2, and the New Zealanders in 3 and 4. That's Louis Clark and Chris Dawson. Kevin Lassar will also be in the A final. Adam Dubiel from Poland, Felix Hoffmann from Germany, and Jimmy Koch from Australia. So tough. If we look at that mark, 2:10.53, Jimmy Koch, that is 2 seconds faster than what we saw at the last World Championships. The B qualifier as well. Last year, at the last World Championships, 2:19. This year, 2:15. That is the speed. That is the times that we are dropping championship on championship. You cannot stay still in Lifesaving because everyone is improving, everyone is getting better, and the Italians are leading the way.
Wow. That is, Forza. Jeez, that is unbelievable times. Fast racing. So the world record holder, Francisco Ippolito, he looked so calm, majestic.
His last 25 really just started to enjoy being out there, feeling good, leaning into his stroke, still working the legs, but you could see the real difference between Louis Clark from New Zealand, who looks like he was really, really pushing. He was trying to get to the end. He wanted to do that fast time, whereas Francisco had enough, shut it down, knew he was in a great position, and he qualified second overall for the 200 Super Lifesaver A final.
If you thought that was fast, ladies and gentlemen, stick around, because you know what we've got now? The 4x50 medley relay. Strength of the squad is going to be on show. Jen, how pumped and excited are you for this?
Oh, this is going to be a good one, and you can see the ladies just having a little bit of fun behind the blocks as well. We are nearly at the end of the heats package for day 2 of the national team's competition. 3 heats for the women, 4 heats for the men in the 4x50 medley relay. And this is where we'll again see some of our beach and ocean athletes come to the fore, and a lot of them will be featuring in this very first leg here. So a 4x50 medley relay, obviously 4 people or 4 teammates in this one. The first leg is just a 50 freestyle, no fins, no tube, no gear, nothing. So 50 free, 50 with fins. The third leg is, again, the short straw in this one. They have to swim 50 metres with a tube. At the 150 mark, they will hand that tube to their final competitor, who is waiting in the water with the fins on. They will then be towed home. They are not allowed to provide any assistance with their arms, but they are allowed to kick.
So the teams, heat number 1, we've got China, United States of America, Netherlands, Espanol, France, Japan, and Argentina in the final. And leading us out, looks like it's going to be the red cap of, is it Spain touching
Spain.
it first?
Yep, so with only 3 heats here, they will all be seeded. We are expecting some very fast times across the whole suite of heats here, and you would expect that some of the ladies who are racing now in heat 1, they will be in the A final.
Yeah, great footage here underwater. It's so strong. The ladies will be punching this one into probably high teens. We'll be looking at quick changeover underneath, getting on that touchpad, and then we are now away. So this leg, the third leg, is this kind of like a badge of honour to be selected to have this position in your relay team?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a tough one, and it really takes a special swimmer to be put in this third leg here. You have to have the speed in this first leg here. You need to have the technicality on the changes. You also need to be able to grip that tube and kick the entire way home. So while it is still a sprint, you are doing 100 metres worth of work.
Yeah. So quick on grabbing onto the back, over the head, and on the back. Are you a back kicker or a front kicker?
I wasn't trusted to do this final leg. While I was okay on the swim, it was safest for me to go first, where I could do the least amount of damage.
Oh, and again, varying styles. So what do we got there? Is that the Spanish team looking strong, but then there's a bit of butterfly kick coming from that left-hand side.
That is France just next
France
to them.
Team. But what are we looking at? 142.
And then Japan in the mix as well. Wonderful to see them here. They have been so strong in these relays, really notching up the A finals there. So we'll see how they land. So 142.54, the team from Spain setting that early mark. France in 144, Japan in 147. Still 2 heats yet to go, but you've got to think the Spaniards have done enough to secure that place in the A final.
So yeah, French with a 144.4. A qualifier, last world champs 144.86.
Yep, it's incredible, isn't it? The Italians, the defending champions in this event, they did a time of 139.85 at the 2022 World Championships to take the gold medal, and Germany holds the world record and the European record in this event, a 135.87. And having seen those German girls racing earlier in the 4x25, I cannot wait to see what they can put together here in the 4x50 medley relay, just in the prelims.
And again, I just shake my head at how fast these amazing athletes are.
They are wonderful, and they are getting even faster.
So Spain 142.38, taking that one out. France with that 144.4. That's probably going to be enough to get them into that A final. We'll be watching the clock closely for Japan and the Netherlands team. The B final last year was 157. So we've only got 3 heats. So there's only going to be a couple of teams that drop out as we make our way through to heat number 2. Jen, we've got Great Britain, South Africa, Poland, Italy, Australia, Canada, and Czechia. Yep,
another stacked heat here we can see on screen at the moment. That is the team from Poland. have been so strong across both the individual and their team events. Keep an eye, lane 6, Canada. That's probably Ainsley McMurray leading out there very, very fast. Had a little bit of a chat to her this morning. She's enjoying being here at the World Championships, and I love that we get to see her in action here, just ahead of the Australians in a lane 5 over in 4. Italy very, very strong, expecting wonderful things from them, as well as the team from Poland. So Ainsley McMurray, we think that is a fast start there, first blood there to Canada.
And they will be able to smell the blood in the water too. So the ladies flying at a rapid rate underneath. And I tell you what, this can sometimes be the worst event to watch on the pool deck because you can't see anything. But the fact that we've got the cameras above and below means we can see everything. So Naomi Scott changing Australia over into 1. There's some solid work there. Outside of them, it's going to be, what's it, Volpini. Geez, that's hard to say. Volpini. Solid work on the fins there as well. Australia trying to secure this lead.
Yep, the girls doing a great job here. Australia just ahead of Italy as they make their way through. And again, this is the toughest leg of all of them. And this is the toughest changeover as well, the 3 to 4. So these girls would have been changing this, practicing this a lot as they come through, grabbing that tube very, very quickly. You have to dig your fingers in so hard. It's the worst thing to try and hold on to this one while you're also kicking as fast as you can. You also want to minimize your breathing if you are that third patient there, because every time you put your head up, your hips will drop and that creates more drag in the water. Yeah,
Rachel Eddy's finishing really strong there. Chelsea Jones had a great finish there, but what do you got? Elisa Delinea getting really tight on that line. What do you got? 142.87, 143.43 for Australia.
Fantastic swimming. This is what we want to do. The girls getting through really cleanly there. 143 for both of them. Poland coming through in a 147. So the Spaniards from the previous heat actually still qualifying the fastest, 142.28. So it goes Spain, Italy, Australia, France, Japan, Poland, Netherlands. The USA currently just in the danger zone. They are currently 8th overall, holding on to that A final spot.
And that will not stand long with the next heat coming up. So it sometimes can feel like it's an embarrassment of riches, but you wouldn't expect anything less at the World Championships here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre 2024. Can you believe that's where we're at now?
I know. I do love it. And just seeing these wonderful replays here of the team coming through. Italy in 1, Australia in 2. Really great racing, really great finish. And that's actually Naomi Scott with the fins on there. I know, that's how good she is. We put her in 4th position here. She's got the fins on, doing that final leg in the 4x50 medley relay. One of the best iron women in the world. She was on the Australian team last year, did incredible things for us at the 2022 World Championships. Fins on here for the medley relay.
I can't comprehend that, but that's pretty...
You do the best with what you have. The tactics and the strategy really come into play here. They would have put Rach Eddy on the underwater.
Yeah, crazy.
And then they've got Chelsea Jones and Mariah Jones. But let's stop chatting about that, because our third and final heat is in the water already. And looking at the start list, top of the screen we have Sweden, Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, the current world record holders in lane 4, New Zealand next to them, Hong Kong, Austria and Singapore. So to start off with, that looks to be Belgium the fastest so far. Oh no, that is New Zealand. New Zealand, my apologies.
New Zealand, Germany would be leading us out there on that touch on the changeover there. It is that fast, Jen. It is happening rapidly. Can we see another world record? So Germany touching it at 26.35. New Zealand just outside that at 26.92. Deep, fast, fluttering legs, holding that streamline, no breath, getting to the end. Watch this changeover, bang, and away.
Yep, New Zealand very, very close to Germany there, just ahead. Actually, New Zealand had a fantastic underwater. I'd say that'll be either Maddie Kidd or Zoe Crawford, those girls who are so incredible in the tow, making their way down now for this final changeover. Germany chasing hard. Germany, the current world record holders in this event, a time of 1:35.87.
Not at the moment, though, because New Zealand is laying it down at the moment. A solid body length lead in the moment. Touching in on the wall. Watch this changeover. Hand through the hoop. Back on that, holding on, and we are away.
Yeah, I'd say that's Zoe Crawford in the blue suit there from the Kiwis. Germany, though, chasing hard. Very, very strong here, but once Zoe Crawford's got a pair of fins on, it is really tough to mow her down. So the Kiwis were 5th at the last World Championships. They have just been so strong, though. Germany doing a great job here, just trying to claim back a little bit of water. We'll grab the time as they touch here, 1:41.08. Nadine Lauerwald coming home for the Germans in a 1:41. So I think overall That will be the fastest 2 qualifiers in this event. Spain earlier was a 1:42. So yes, it is now official. New Zealand in 1:41. Germany in 2. Spain, Italy, Australia, Belgium, France and Hong Kong make the A final. Fantastic work for that team there. Their time of 1:46.57, securing an A finals berth for Hong Kong.
Wowzers.
Fantastic work. Wonderful to see. But the New Zealand girls, so strong. They won the 4x50 obs yesterday. They have now put down the best start time, a 1:41.35. Or 1:41.08 actually, I think it might be once it corrects.
See, so the boys aren't on the blocks yet. I want to go for a quick run. Should we do?
Do it. Do it.
All right, we're going to try and find the Hong Kong team who qualified for an A final.
A final. Wonderful to see. They were in lane 6, so they would have been exiting on this side of the pool.
Thank you, Jen.
Don't hold the microphone. And fantastic work. That is the last women's team event, or the last women's event as well for this heats package. New Zealand out on top here, 1:41.08. Fantastic work for the crew. As Harold makes his way out onto pool deck and we get ready. We have 4 races left now in this finals package. Only 4 races yet to go, and they will all be the men's 4x50 medley relay. Looking at the men just getting ready now, we will have teams from Singapore, China and Korea in lanes 3, 4 and 5. And for the medley relay, we will have the world record holders, Germany, in the mix here. Their time of 1:26.119, set at the 2018 World Championships in Adelaide, still remains the world mark for the open competition. The Italians hold the world junior record there. Australia, though, the defending champions in this event from the 2022 World Championships, and this was one of the races of the meet in 2022. Australia, Italy and France all separated by only 0.04 of a second. One of the tightest finishes that we've seen in Lifesaving World Championships history. Australia, Italy and France all within 0.04 of a second for that race at the last World Championships. And we have Harold down on pool deck making new friends.
Winners come in all different shapes and sizes. We talk about medals and podiums, but we also put so much attention on making an A final. You're the first A final for the Hong Kong girls. That is amazing.
Yeah, we really didn't expect it, because we never being in A final for this event. In this morning we qualified for A final in the kind of mannequin relay, and then we are really happy about it, because it's our first time we qualify for this event.
So good, congratulations. What is the surf life-saving and the life-saving movement like in Hong Kong?
There are more and more kids and more secondary school kids joining the team, and I think our team is growing and our community is being stronger and stronger. Yeah.
Because obviously there's a lot of good swimmers over there, but to be able to come to the beautiful Gold Coast in Australia, how much fun have you had so far?
I think the biggest difficult is the ocean compared with Hong Kong, because the wave in Australia is too big compared with Hong Kong.
The waves have been pretty small the last couple of days, so you should be in luck coming Saturday, Sunday. All right, anyone you want to say hello to at home?
Hello, Gold Coast. Hello, Australia. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful smiles. Congratulations, ladies.
Oh, fantastic work to Harold, and a huge congratulations the team from Hong Kong qualifying for the A final there. That's Jiao Cite, Li Yangtung, Chan Si Chang, Seko Wing Ka, all in the mix there, their first A final. Wonderful to see, but in the water now we're already well into the second leg here for Heat 1 of the men's 4x50 medley relay. Singapore, China and Korea in action, as we see those beautiful underwater shots, the men making their way down to the halfway mark, that next changeover, and it is China, the first away there. The first of the yellow lane ropes there. Top of your screen is lane 4, that is China, and then Korea will be a little further down. But Harold, you're back from pool deck, and we see the Chinese men's team again establishing dominance in these early heats.
Looking swift at the moment, a lot of emotion pool deck. Hong Kong ladies crying off air.
Oh, I love it. And as well, they should be able to celebrate and enjoy these incredible results that they are achieving with each other. And I love how they talk about how more and more people are joining their life-saving teams and their life-saving clubs back home. And hopefully we'll see more of those people at the Life-Saving World Championships in future.
Because following the black line can be a little bit nauseous at times, so if you can change it up with some extra events in there, get into it. But at the moment, the team that is into it at the most is not trying to, because we're missing something at the back.
Oh no. This is absolutely heartbreaking. It is so, so tough. I don't think he's noticed yet. He's about to turn around and see.
I think he would have noticed.
Oh, it's so tough. And unfortunately, this does happen. I've done it before. I've let go of the tube before in a 4x50 medley relay. To be fair, it was a mixed relay, and it was a gentleman towing me home, and he took off and flew. There was no way I was holding on to that tube. And it's so disheartening because, you know, the whole team has worked so, so hard. And it is really, really tough. So unfortunately, China will be disqualified, meaning that Korea and then Singapore take 1 and 2 in this event. The first to qualify. Timings here. So we're just watching the replay here. That's the 1 to 2 changeover. The underwater leg here. That was so strong, China. They did such an incredible job coming in here for the changeover. And this is unfortunately where we saw them grab onto the tube here. And the speed that the men take off, just see if it was early on that and there it is, straight away lost that one. And unfortunately, for that fourth and final swimmer, he did exactly what he should do, which was you take off, you sprint, you hope for the best. You can't wait. You don't know that they haven't got it there. It's really, really tough.
Again, everyone has a few jobs, and that job was to hold on tight. So a little bit unlucky there for the Chinese team disqualified, but the South Korean team getting through in a 1:43.66. Singapore 1:44.14 is our top two at the moment. 4 heats, Jen.
4 heats in total. The next team lining up already at the top of your screen in the blue cap. That is Iran. Next to them is Germany, the current world record holders in this event. France is in 4, Great Britain in 5, Netherlands in 6, and South Africa in 7. Those green caps from South Africa allow us to pick them up so easily.
Unless it's the Irish team on the right-hand side.
No, they have white caps with a green shamrock.
Oh, because it's pool. Okay, because it was all day at the beach yesterday. It was a killer.
Oh, I get you. Yes.
Because they had the flag and it was just green on one side. You're like, great job, South Africa. It's not them. All right.
Yeah, really
but this
difficult.
is good.
It's really tough for commentators out there.
It's not. No one has
thoughts and prayers to us in this
thoughts.
difficult time.
But we're away. Heat number 2, Iran, Germany, France, Great Britain, Netherlands, and South Africa. But out in front at the moment, it's not too much in it, but it's going to be our mates South Africa looking really strong. But it's about the strength of the squad, the 4 members of the team putting it together. Lane 3. France leading us off, going to touch in on a low 23.
That is quick. 23.09, the touch there from Garocco Conradi as they come through. The underwater camera so good as we see the boys flying home.
It looks like they're in double speed, Jen. That
it's
is
so good. Wait for this change here. There we are away. France extending their lead, and the Netherlands really starting to move in here as well. They're probably currently in second position. A fantastic underwater leg delivers the orange caps a fantastic race. And I love the speed now. Just because you're doing 100 metres worth of racing here doesn't mean that you get to slow down at all. What you having a look at there, Harold?
134 was a qualifier at the last World Champs. And what are we looking at here? 103.72, so they've got about 27 seconds-ish to get back to that gold medal winning time that Australia set at 130.16. But
oh no, I think we just had someone else. I think GB might be in a little bit of trouble there, but they have recovered well. But have a look at France out in front. Netherlands making their way through. Fantastic job there.
Germany there on the outside, but leading from start to finish. Get out of here.
That is fantastic work there. A time of 1:29.71. 1:29.71. That is quick.
That would have been enough for a gold medal at the 2022 Championships.
Yep, that would have secured the last World Championships, which is just incredible.
So France in 1, Germany 131.94, Netherlands 132.93, Great Britain 133.44, 135 for South Africa. Gee, so fast.
That is really, really impressive. The fact that France just did a combination that would have won them the previous World Championships is so impressive. The team really combining so well. And Harold, I've been thinking, we're seeing these world records being broken in the team events, and it's really impressive to see those records being broken at a world championships, especially where you can only select 6 men or women in the team, so you probably aren't choosing 4 pool swimmers or 4 pool specialists. So the fact that some of these teams are breaking world records, potentially with a few beachies, a few ocean athletes in the mix, it's so impressive that records continue to fall.
Yeah, because I was looking at that as well. So Germany set that time of 1:26.19. That'll be 4 pool specialists that will be in there for sure, right?
You've got to think it would be close to that. A lot of these records would be set at pool life-saving competitions where you have 4 pool swimmers in the mix here. However, we have 2 races yet to go for this finals package. Then we will take a little break and we will be bringing you the finals package, I think, at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I will double check that time, but for now, 2 races yet to go. Heat 3 on the blocks now. And there you go. One of our new favourites on screen right now. That is Kasper on the right-hand side, the white cap from Poland. 1:51 for a 200 obs.
What's he going to do for the first 50 then? Is he going to be like a
something spectacular?
22 low?
Next door to, we can see Joel Collins again, another of our Ironmen lining up here. Very, very quick for a 50 free. It's a really good decision in lane 5 from New Zealand to be sending Joel Collins off next. So top of the screen, you can see we will have Austria, then Denmark, Poland, Spain, New Zealand, Switzerland, USA and Sweden to round out the second last event for this prelim package.
Prelim package. Times are at the premium. Middle of the pool is where we'll be watching ultra closely. But the man of the moment, the man who you said was your favourite from yesterday,
Kasper, superstar, coming up now. So we're just grabbing these start lists and remembering that France have already laid down a time of 1:29.71. That is the new benchmark. Wonderful to see. That is going to be really, really tough to beat.
We will see.
1:29.71. So heat 3 just taking a moment on the blocks here, just making sure that everyone is ready to go. So that is the team from Sweden. They will be in lane number 8. Yes, they did just duck into lane 9, but they look to have recovered. They're definitely there at the moment. And it looks like the officials have just told our competitors to stand down for a moment, maybe just checking some of the technical equipment, maybe confirming that we do have the right competitors in each lane as well. And really smart move there. Grab some shade, take a seat if you can. For some of these athletes, they may have been in nearly every event this morning, and we have not given them a break at all. Big racing, fast racing. Harold, after being at the beach, how are you enjoying your time at the pool so far?
I am loving my time here at the pool. The weather, so it was actually quite nice out there. The sun didn't seem like it was as hot as yesterday. Racing is fast. Racing is fun. Really enjoying it. But yeah, how world records? It's amazing.
3 world records.
Because you don't get that in the surf.
Oh gosh, no. You see some incredible performances, absolutely. But so excited that you got to be here. Well, actually, you got to predict Fergusides' world record in that 50-metre carry, and then both the Germans and the Italians in the women's and the men's 4x25 mannequin relay. France, they were so happy with that result as well. They should be. 1:29.71. The fact that they would have comfortably won them the World Championships last time around. Just getting ready for a start.
Yep.
And here we can see Lifesaving World Championships. Now, Harold, from today, we will take a look at the points tally this afternoon. And while we are 3 days down here for the national teams competition, we've had Cirque. This is the second day of the pool lifesaving competition. The athletes will soon turn their focus towards Karawa Beach, where we have 2 full days of racing at the ocean and the beach.
Yep, it is all on, all exciting. Jam-packed, so much goes into putting on an event like this at the world stage. All right.
And we can see the men on the blocks, nearly in the starters' hands, ready to go for the second last race of this morning's prelims.
So bottom of the screen, we've got Sweden, USA, Switzerland, into New Zealand and Spain. They're going to be the ones to lead us out. But this is where a lot of our specialists are on there. We said the big guy from Poland, Kasper, look at that. Shades of Alex Popov, it looks like, at the big catch, pulling the water. That is extremely fast.
Yeah, very, very good. But Spain really holding there very, very well. Denmark over in lane 2 as well. Poland really front-ending this race here. We'll see what he gets his hand. Whoa, 23.28 to start. Fantastic swimming here, the team from Poland. Remembering in 4 we have Spain, 5 New Zealand. Really, really tight racing. The Germans have already swum.
So this time is going to be really tight through there. So 1, 2, and 3 going to touch in unison there. Only 0.2 of a second in it. Just got the back markers coming in there from United States and Sweden. A lot of work to do from lanes 7 and 8. Also on the outside from lane 1 there with Austria. But at the front, 2 teams leading it. No surprise there, Spain.
And
Still
Poland.
holding on Poland there as well. A bit of movement here, Jen. What's that?
That's Switzerland starting to come through. And I'm really impressed with the underwater work of Spain. They did an incredible job in that second leg to really come into contention. But we see the changeovers very, very good, very, very strong. And have a look at this, Spain in the middle of the pool. Look at that stroke rate as well. Not only the arms, but the kick rate as well on the legs. They are accelerating away from the rest of the pool. But Switzerland as well. What a performance for them. They are in this with New Zealand. This is going to be a fast finish here. We'll grab the times as they come through.
It's outside of 120, 129.71. Still the benchmark there, but Spain with that 130.48. So France, heat number 1, getting it locked down with that 129.71. France, strong.
Just waiting for those to come through now. So it looks to be, just watching live heats update at the moment, it looks like there may have actually been a disqualification in this event. Spain in lane 4 may have been disqualified. They're just having a chat about it at the moment, and if that is correct, that would mean that New Zealand are actually the fastest qualifiers from that heat, a time of 1:31. Poland behind them and Switzerland all finishing on the 1:31 mark. So we'll need to find out what happened to Spain there. It is showing to us at the moment that they may have been disqualified in this event, which would be hugely disappointing for a team that just swam so quickly. We'll grab the details for you as soon as we can.
We're just looking through. So both of those changeovers we've seen from Spain have all been great, but did someone get out too early on that changeover? Maybe on number 2, because 3 and 4 looked okay at the moment. Spain. Curtains for them. That is their campaign for.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do see this from time to time. We'll have to find out a little bit more in a moment. But for now, we do have on the blocks the final race of this morning's heats, the finals of the prelim races today. And we have the 4th and final heat here, and across the pool. From the top of the pool, we will see Czechia in lane 1, Hong Kong, Japan, Italy in the mix as well, Australia, Ireland, Belgium and Argentina to close out. They are nearly in the starters' hands. Lane 4 is Italy.
You just love the hush across the crowd.
I love that we feel like we need to hush as well.
Oh, it's good. So we're away.
Build the suspense.
Italy, the Blue Caps, flanked on the right-hand side by Australia. Japan on the left of them at the moment. But we've seen some low 23s out there from these 50-metre specialists. And Australia pushing really hard through there as well. It'll be interesting to see where we're clocking out on this. Strength of the squad is going to be key. We're going to be a low 24, so 24.25, 24.42, and this is extremely quick already underwater.
Yeah, both teams doing very, very well. I'd say that's Harrison Hines at the moment doing the underwater work. The 100-metre tow world record holder. Expect him to try and put a little bit of ground into the Italians. The Australians lead just ahead of Italy at this halfway mark. Again, French team do have the time to beat so far. And for some of these athletes, they have done so many races already today, Harold. They're dealing with the heat. They're dealing with some dehydration. They know that they still need to perform in this last race of the heats to come through. Manage those changeovers. We've just seen a disqualification. Please hold your nerve. Be safe. Let's get you home safely.
And that is why that early season base work is so important. So when you're rocking up to your pool squad and you're doing all this lengthy, long stuff that you absolutely hate, there's a reason why we do it, and this is exactly why we're seeing on screen.
Yeah, right now we can see the crews really battling it out in these final stages. Australia and Italy, they had an incredible battle. Australia just pipped Italy and France at the last World Championships. Only 0.04 of a second between the top 3 teams at the last World Championships. Fantastic swimming here. It looks like we've seen another 1:29 time come through, 1:29.61, and that will be just ahead of France, I believe. We'll see that as the times just are recalculated here. Fantastic start. Italy just unstoppable at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, and again, strength of the squad, having 4 elite pool swimmers being able to back up race after race. Australia looking comfortable through there. There's a lot of work to be done to that back end. So Belgium was thereabouts initially at the start, but a lot more work there. But this is on that last leg there. So what have we got? Probably Italy half a body length behind. That changeover was pure, and they're touching in front. Comfortable.
Yep, really great work. Doesn't look like we've had any disqualifications there, which is always great to see as well. Just watching these final results come through. Italy Team A, a time of 1:29.61. Australia 1:30.34. And Japan, again, another quality combination there for them, a 1:33.32. So just waiting for the leaderboard to come through. And Harold, exciting times. It's been a very big morning. It's been a fast morning, but already we now take a break and we will be back for finals very soon. But Italy, they are the fastest qualifiers. It is official, 1:29.61 ahead of France, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, Switzerland, Germany, and the Netherlands are our 8th and final qualifier, a time of 1:32.93. 2 years ago at the World Championships, you only needed a 1:34.3 to make that A final there. So we really are improving across the board. It's incredible to see, wonderful to see. And a huge first morning for you, Harold, here at the pool. 3 world records for your trouble.
Rapid progression we've seen from all the nations in this event, like I said, from 2 years ago to where we are now. It's amazing to see these athletes get in there. They'll be able to get themselves up into the shade now, a bit of hydration, a bit of recovery, go and see the masseuse, whoever's going to be up there.
Whoever can look after you right now, take advantage
and that's
of
just
that.
you and I I'm talking about, Jen.
Oh, I know. I will race you up there. So just having a quick look at the program, going back to the Lifesaving World Championships website, pool competition day 2, looking for the finals. Looks to be a 1:30 start as per program at the moment. Marshalling will start at 1:15. So we will take a little break here. 1:30 we'll be back for the first finals, the 100 metres mannequin carry with fins at 1:30. We'll see you soon.